Sorry, I had to make a new live stream. My dog messed up my last one, so I hope people realize that I made a new one. Yeah, that sucked. Too many animals sometimes can really be too many animals. Really, 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 really. So I didn't really do enough planning, I guess, for my live stream tonight because I wasn't planning on my dog messing up the other one, and there was a little, you know, Dominic was there and stuff, and I don't know if they'll know that I did another live stream. So, and what I had wanted to do was, if enough people show up, um, do like a trivia sample of for Wednesdays. On Wednesdays, who, what, when, where, and why trivia. But different categories and stuff. I'm just gonna give it a while, see if people show up, and I've been doing some research on those missing in the national parks too, and I think that's pretty crazy too. That missing 411 hunted. God, wicked. Getting to me right now. Yeah. I'm hoping people are gonna show up. What are banners? I'm gonna just take a look. Click on a banner that's shown on the screen. What banner? Oh God, will you please stop? Oh, I didn't see that. They didn't let me create a banner. Okay, enter a banner. Ah, see, it's not letting me do that. I think I have to upgrade to enter a banner. Yeah, I can't make a banner. I guess doesn't give me the option. I'm thinking about upgrading. Does anybody have, an upgrade of StreamYards and can give me a little opinion on that? And I know you get the 20 hours free and 6 panel guests as it is now, but I seem to go through that 20 hours. I feel like I'm gonna, and I wouldn't mind being able to get a little more people on the panel. Roscoe, please go sit down. Come on, Roscoe, go sit down. Do something with yourself. You had to come get up here when I was gonna make a live stream, did you? Little boo boos. Too cute, Too cute. What's everybody doing tonight? Anybody up to anything? I bet you there's another live stream going that's probably more exciting than this one. So, and I didn't check to see if there was, which I probably should have. It's always a good idea to see who else is having a live stream before you do one, because you might be up against somebody who's got really good live streams, and I'm just getting started, so just looking for a few ideas. And oh God. Honestly. Honest to God. You know what? I think my dog is ruining my live streams tonight and putting me in a different frame of mind now than I was. So I think I might just come back later. Schedule for later. See what anybody's doing. Cause there you go, Dominic. I was like, sheesh. Yeah, well, my dog messed up my other one and did something, touched something, and I couldn't get back to it. I don't know. I was thinking about doing Wednesday night trivia live streams. Does that sound like something that you think would be interesting? I was gonna call it Who, What, When, Where, and Why Wednesdays trivia live stream in different categories, and let people know what the categories are gonna be. That way, if they wanna, like be prepared or something. Like I actually had some questions, entertainment questions. Uh, just like practice things to, and some of them would be like, maybe the category Steven Spielberg or scary movies. Uh, oh my God, this dog killing me tonight. I could even, like there was a lot of shows that Aaron Spelling did. I was thinking about, even like Aaron Spelling TV shows, things, just give it a shot. If I get enough people in here in a little while, I'll ask, some sample questions, see what people want to do. Um, you know, maybe. But I really didn't plan on doing the live stream till a little while ago. So I didn't really prepare much. And I was kind of hoping maybe I could get a co-host in here. But like I said, there could be another live stream going on. Oh, yeah. Did you see that pit bull in that video? What a nice dog, man. God, that dog is a good looking dog, too. They adopted that, a rescue from Georgia. And I mean, just so friendly. And did you see its eyes? I mean, beautiful dog. Absolutely. Gorgeous. Strong, though. Really strong. People, they talk, about pit bulls like they're, but I think that's, the way they're raised, or somebody does that to them and they're raised bad. But my friend got, so far, they've adopted two pit bulls from, pounds, and both of them, man, their personalities are just like my dog. He's little, but he's not as friendly as, those dogs. No, it's not. It's my friend's daughter's dog. She had to, well, the dog got brought up here from Georgia. She looked for a dog online, a pit bull, because of the luck they had with Cashew. Cashew was at the pound in this area, and I think there's videos of him on my channel, and at the pound, my friend was there looking and saw this one dog like for $100, where all the other dogs were more expensive. And he asked why that dog was so cheap, and they said, well, because it's a pit bull and people aren't adopting them. I guess it was a few years ago. And he said, well, I'll take him. Man, that is one of the sweetest dogs you ever saw. And then that dog, I just couldn't believe, the muscles on the dog, and the coloring and the eyes. That dog Dash today that was in the video. He's so sweet and friendly. And I left my dog in the car because I was just so, like my dog passed like somebody just walking across the street, and my dog starts barking and barking and barking. It's tough to bring my dog. I get nervous because people, they just like think to reach out at a dog, at a dog, and they want to just start petting, like some strange dog. And I always just say, no, don't, because it's kind of shitty how people just, they just go to pet people's dogs, and they get bit, and then the dog, not that my dog's ever done that. I'm saying that it could happen, and I've seen how it happens to people, and their dog ends up going. I know, man. It is shitty. I don't like to see any of that. Like I was looking at that cockfighting. Not that I was looking at it. I wasn't. I think it was like a brief thing. I didn't know that they tie like razors to their feet too. Did you know that? They put razors on these. these, roosters or whatever they are, their feet. And they fight till like they're both like dead, I mean, ugh, just awful. Awful. I know. And to see how like their disposition of the pit bulls seems so kind, and how that must be something that, because I mean, like I said, kinder than my dog. And I didn't train my dog to be some watchdog. So his little personality is just to be a jerk. Where these two pit bulls are, their personality is to be kind. So, you take a dog like that, and its personality, natural disposition is to be kind, must just be so awful for them to be turned around and trained to be, a fighting dog like that. Awful. It really is. I'm hoping if there's a few more people that come in and talk, and say anything, maybe we could try some of those trivia questions. They're not like history or anything. Like I said, these ones were entertainment, and had a mixture of the entertainment industry, TV, movies, Steven Spielberg, that guy, huh? Just reading up on him, and how much money can somebody have? Really? How much money does somebody need? He spent like 185 million on his yacht. 185 million on a yacht. Could you just imagine that? I mean, and he charters it, and people pay like, I think it's 1.2 million for a month, and just, my God, there's people that'll never make that in their. The majority of people will never make that in their entire lifetime, and these people are spending it on a vacation and 180 on a boat. I mean, a boat that he doesn't even really use much, like he charters it. I just, really shocking that there shouldn't be some kind of a stipulation that how much money. He's like worth between 3.9 and $6 billion. Isn't that just insane? Oh my God, craziness. How is the weather where you are, Dominic? I don't really know what state you live in, by the way. I don't even know if you're still here. It says 5 people here, but only Dominic has said anything so far. Not that I mind it. I appreciate it. I'm glad you found this live stream, because the other one, I don't know. I wanted to do some, cemetery things, the old ones. I think Sunday it's supposed to be like 80 degrees, or not 80 degrees. What am I saying? 80 degrees. Oh, 55 today. Oh, in Michigan, huh? Yeah. Michigan is such a amazing place to me, because there's so much things going on there, and it's like it goes from this the Upper Peninsula to Detroit, and yeah, hi XX. Yeah, it's all how they are raised. The pit is gorgeous. That pit is gorgeous. Yeah. Uh, that pit bull, yeah, is gorgeous. What is the name of that particular, you know, coat? Like, I don't know if you saw on the pit bull, like, kind of looks like a tiger pattern. but I think there's like a name for it or something like that. I just can't. Is it Brindle? Something like that? Uh, something. Is it Brindle? No, I keep thinking of the Brundlefly, the Brundlefly, whatever it is. From remember from that movie, The Fly, with when Jeff Goldblum. That's a good movie. I liked it. What's horrible? I missed something. I missed something. The Fly. That was horrible. When they puke on everything and they shit on everything. I was in a Dunkin' Donuts one time, and there was a lot of flies that were landing on the donut. And I said to the guy, I go, you have flies all over your donut. And he said, oh, it's okay. They don't eat much. And I was like, yeah, they only shit and puke everywhere they land. And I mean, are you kidding me? I've always liked Jeff Goldblum though. I really have. Not like, like to be. Although he'd be probably pretty interesting, but I don't know. They always say he's really nice, like in person, you know. There's I never liked Sean Connery. Sean Connery, I saw him in a interview, and he was talking about machismo, where slap your woman. Oh, trivia. Well, hey, no, let me give you an example of like the questions I was thinking. Okay, so these ones are original. I'm talking about the original show right now, Fantasy Island. Okay, the original. Who, the host of the show? Okay, what was his name on the show? What was his name on the show when they got to Fantasy Island and he was standing there in his white suit? What was his name on the show? In the show Fantasy Island, the TV show Fantasy Island. See, I don't know if you're old enough to remember it, but there was a TV show called Fantasy Island, and they did do some kind of a remake or something, I think, but that's not the one. It's just the original. And when they got there, there would be the host standing there and his name, not his name in real life, but on the show. Does anybody know? I mean, you would probably know, even from the newer show, the remake, you probably still would know the name of the guy, his character's name. Any guesses? Fantasy Island, the man in the white suit, the host. Come on. No? Okay. Mr. Rourke. You didn't watch Fantasy Island? No? How about, well, like, I don't know what generation, like, you guys, like, what TV shows did you watch? Tell me the TV shows you watched. Then I'll know what generation. Because me, I think I'm a little bit maybe older than. I can see you, XX. Hi, Lulu. Yeah, I can see you, XX. Hi, see? Oh, did you like that live last? Yeah, see? That's XX. Not black. No, not Mickey Rourke, but I do like Mickey Rourke. He looks a lot different though when he Brindle. Yeah, that is the um the pattern on that dog. Yeah, Brindle. He was a beautiful dog. Lulu, last night's live was good. I liked it. But then my phone died, even though it looked like it was charging, but it wasn't. And then it died, and then the live stream kept going, and I was like, oh my god, and it would not, my phone would not charge. I was like, oh my god, I can't even get on here. So, but I was telling these guys, I was thinking about doing a Wednesday, who, what, when, where, and why Wednesdays trivia live stream, and you know, having different categories, telling people what the categories are going to be even like before, so that way, you know, um, the rooster with razors in the feet to fight. Yeah, isn't that awful? I had no clue that they put razors on their feet. So like, no matter what, those roosters, I think both of them end up dead. Can you imagine how painful that must be? Not only the fact that they've got those razor sharp beaks pecking each other, but the razors. I mean, what kind of mindset does somebody have to have? That's why I don't even like that what is it, the ultimate fighting, where they're like, to me it looks like we're headed towards, this to the death fighting like you see in those movies of the future where they're fighting to the death. And God, that's just awful. I'm scary to think where the future's going. I mean, Lulu, you have like young kids, right? Isn't it scary to think where the future's going? I mean, my God, I'm so glad that I got to live through, the time when people had to be home when the street lights came on, and that time of innocence, That was like unspoken. When the street lights came on, that was it. You went in your house, and anybody who was out after the street lights came on was trouble. You know, but and now I don't even know. Like, there's barely any street. There's like barely any kids even that play outside. We used to make forts. We used to, right? I mean, are they like, are the schools still closed where you are, Lulu? Well, yeah. I mean, thing is now it isn't a safe area, Dominic. You know, I think it was the time, was the era, and then things changed. Now it's not safe. Hey, Izzy, how are you? I can't stand. I'm tired, but drop the link. Oh, and I'll pop on for a few minutes. Okay. Um. Geez. I. Okay. Um. I hope it doesn't make my live stream. And Lulu, I wonder if there's a way you could drop the link. I'll try and do it. Mm. Oh wait, maybe. Yep. Okay. Did it come out? No. Mm-mm. Did it? Okay. Try it again. It looked like he was gonna do it, and then. Oh, you know what? That's hold on. Hold on a minute. Give me a second. Okay. 1 second. Uno momento, por favor. Okay. I'm gonna figure this out. One. Okay. Okay. Think I got it. No, no, no. Look. I think I got it, Izzy. Look at that. Oh, they're open, but it's not the same. My son is losing his high school experience. Absolutely losing it. Yeah, absolutely. Because, and that's a shame, the kids that are going to college. Um, yeah, there must be a delay because when I clicked back, it came like a stream. But kids that go to college, kids with high school, they're missing like senior day, and they're missing so much. It's so sad. Look at this. I got a guest coming in. Woo-hoo. Here we go. Hi. Izzy, can you hear me? Hello? I can't hear her. Hello? Izzy Wizzy. Hey, Jeff, how are you? Let me see if I have to plug earphones in or something. I can't. Oh, hold on. Something must have happened. Something must went wrong. Hello? Izzy, can you hear? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I can't hear her either. Yeah, two Izzy's. I don't know what's going on here. Strange. Hmm. That's strange. I'm gonna remove it and then have you come back in and see if it works better. Izzy, try again. Because I don't know why I did that. So here we are again, the private chat. No, I couldn't. No. Wait. Wait. No. Yeah. Hopefully she'll try again. Cause try again. Izzy coming in. Hopefully. Um. No, she's not backstage. Try. Yeah, so nobody could hear her then, right? Not just me, because I want to make sure it's not just me. Yeah, Jeff, sorry about last night. I think you got blocked by accident last night, Jeff. And sorry about that. There was an accident. Okay, so she's supposed to try again. Yeah, I felt bad after. I was like, where'd Jeff Spieling go? And somebody said, oh, I blocked him. I was like, what? No. Sorry about that. Mm. I was telling everybody I was thinking about doing like a remove the comment, and they removed you entirely. They sure did. I felt bad. Is it? Oh, here she is. Okay, let's try her again. Oh, I don't know which one it is. Can you hear? Izzy? Huh? I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know which one it is that she can hear on. Now there's two.
Oh no.
You. Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay, I don't know why there's two of me.
I don't see. Well, I want to see which one you're talking from. Say something.
Hello SG, how are you doing? Can you
Still
see it
can't tell.
moving? I think it's the middle one.
Is it the middle one that's like moving?
Is it the
Usually I
middle
can see
one?
that little round circle and I can't see it.
Should I just go out and try again? Because I really
No,
won't
just
stay in
stay
a.
where you are. We'll keep three. I mean the
Okay.
two.
Double
Two of you
trouble.
is fine by me.
I just woke up to go to the bathroom.
Huh?
I just woke up to go to the bathroom, and of course, you check your phone, and I saw you were live, so I thought, oh, perfect.
Oh, I know. I was saying, tell me what time you're awake so that way, you
Because
know.
it's 2 in the morning here.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah,
Now you live in Scotland, right?
I am. Yes. Oh, I posted a video today, SG.
Oh, you did?
I did. My
What
very
is it
first
of?
video. I don't know. Do you remember the girl Jen Stewart? She was a
Jen
wrench.
Stewart?
Jen. She was a wrench for Tom in the Chosen Ones chats.
No.
Over a year ago at least.
Okay, no.
Well, we're friends. We've been chatting off and on for ages.
Uh-huh.
We met through YouTube, and she'd love to come to Scotland. So me and my husband and my sister and her husband, we have this holiday home. So I've posted a little video today of the holiday home for Jen to show her where she
Oh.
can come and visit. So you're all welcome.
Oh,
once
nice. Are you
once we
renting it
get
out like an Airbnb?
No, we haven't done that because well, last year it was COVID, so we wouldn't have done it anyway. But it's not really up to par for Airbnb yet. It's a
Now,
bit
what's the weather like in Scotland right now?
well, it's very mild, but it's damp, really damp today. But it's been beautiful. Probably
Now,
about
isn't it
10 degrees.
always damp in Scotland?
Sorry.
Isn't it always damp in Scotland?
Yeah. Well, no, in the summers we can get quite nice weather, but yeah, we get a lot of rain. It's a bit like
Where do you think is
Ireland in that
damper,
respect.
Ireland or? Oh, look,
Well,
secular wants to come in.
they say that
Ireland or
Ireland,
Oh, you know what?
yeah, they call
This says
Ireland.
secular human. I'm
Sorry, I
sorry.
keep
I'm sorry to keep
interrupting.
interrupting you, but secular human. I
Hi.
just hi. Is that
How,
secular?
yes. How are you ladies doing tonight?
Oh, okay. I
Oh,
just wanted to make sure, Izzy. I didn't want to keep interrupting you, but because he usually comes in as Terry Hoffner, and so I didn't want to be like shocked and it'd be somebody different, you know?
Was
okay. Hi,
did I come in
Terry.
as secular human? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Keep talking. Don't let me just pretend I'm not here.
Okay.
Well, the Ireland question. They say that they call Ireland the Emerald Isle. So because it's very green, so for something to be very green, it has to get a lot of rain. But
Right.
Scotland's quite green as well, so
What do you think is
lush.
damper, like Ireland or Scotland?
I think we're I think we're the same. I think Britain in general is a kind of damp country. Although with the
Yeah,
climate change, global warming, the summers are getting quite hot here, especially south,
I
like
saw a thing
Cornwall.
today where it was showing how much some glacier that was, somewhere, how much the snow had melted off the top of it. I mean, just
Oh
within
yeah,
a a small amount of
These
time with the
the
global
climate
warming.
deniers, I don't know how they can deny the fact that there's climate global warming
I don't know
happening.
how either. I really
I mean,
don't.
it's
What do you think about
obvious.
that, Terry?
Well, I think Americans ignore science. We're number 22 in science literacy. That's what I think about it.
I
I
would
think there's a
agree.
logical, rational, scientific explanation for everything that happens.
Yeah, but
You
I
see, the
think people that are
science,
making money off it deny it because they're making money, you know, and they're the ones, you know, releasing these
Right. That's a
things.
money grab, I
exactly,
guess.
the science affects the economy. That's the problem. Can you imagine
Yeah.
having to give up fossil fuels? God, the world would go into turmoil.
Or you know, like if they actually, you know, said what was in certain, you know, what would always get to me is things where after people have been taking them for a while and then they release this civil action suit on, you know, on like a class action, I'm sorry, a class action suit on, like, you know, remember the talcum powder and all that, you know, oh, could cause
Oh
this,
yeah,
could
yeah.
cause that. And yeah, but what about for the people that it did cause that? The only people who make money on that is the attorneys, you know, the amount of people. But I just feel like, okay, but why isn't that company, you know, being held responsible for hiding that kind of information if it caused cancer or it did this, you know?
Well, America is a far more litigious country than what Britain is. I mean, we are just catching up, I think, to you with all that, you know, fake crashes, like lots of neck injuries and things like that, deliberately crashing into the back of buses and just to make claims. We are
Right.
catching up
That's
with that
it.
now.
That shit's
Sorry?
yeah, that shit's bad. But that's you know, a lot of the insurance companies, they just yeah.
Hey, there's a Scottish bakery over by me in Livonia. It's called Ackroyd's. They make Scottish pastries and stuff. It's pretty interesting.
What
I
kind of
didn't know we
but
had
I mean,
Scottish
like,
pastries.
Huh?
yeah, what kind of pastries are in Scotland?
Yeah, like meat pies, or
Pa-
they're like pies, kind of.
Oh, yeah, so
yeah,
like
Shepherd's
you
mostly
pies.
mean,
pies. I don't think we have pastries, and we certainly have pies. Definitely,
Well,
we're
yeah,
yeah,
so
a,
it's
meat and
a
cookies.
pie
potatoes,
country.
chicken and mushroom, steak and
Yeah.
kidney, which
Yeah,
I
but
don't like steak
Beef.
and kidney, but I do think it looks good, but the kidney part scares me.
yeah. Do you eat
Oh, I like
kosher?
that. I like steak and kidney.
They
Do you like
smell
Liver.
good.
matzo ball soup?
I
Yeah,
don't
Terry,
eat
you're
kosher.
quite the connoisseur of food. You like your food, Terry, don't you? You're
Yeah,
quite
I do. I'm a
adventurous.
foodie. I'm a foodie.
Yeah.
I'm a hedonist.
Dominic is asking what city you're in, Terry.
I'm close to Detroit. I'm in a suburb of Detroit.
Yeah, see, that's Detroit, man. That's scary crap right there. And let me tell you,
Yeah,
aren't you
it
scared
depends
living
on
in
where you
Detroit?
go. It
Huh?
depends on what part of the city. If you go where all the immigrants are, it's nicer. Like if you go at Southwest Detroit, where Tom goes, there's more to it than pimps and prostitutes and drug dealers and vagrants. There's a lot of solid neighborhoods and blocks. A lot of the Mexican and Yemeni Arab immigrants, they really hospitable. Not they as in all, but you're going to get more hospitality, more structure and stability.
Now, is
People are
there a
friendly.
lot of immigrants in Scotland? Is he?
There has been in these last maybe say 5-10 years, when obviously with
Since they did that,
the European Union.
yeah, since they did that, right? And I heard that's just
Yeah.
such a problem.
Well, we can't,
Well,
I know
it could be.
it's a complex issue.
Yeah, but here it's different of a problem than where Izzy is, because where Izzy is was, you know, like when I lived in England and they had national, you know, they have national medical care, so that you know that you never have to worry about if you're sick, you know? I mean, and it just seemed like people were in the same, there is a wealth divide. Like, there's no like it's rich or rich and posh or. But have you've been
Well,
to England, right?
there is the upper class. Then you've got the middle class, and then you've got the working class. But it's the divide is becoming more. Obviously, the richer are getting richer, and the poor are getting poorer. Blah blah blah. But the
Yeah.
NHS, every single working person pays what's called national insurance, and that is towards the National Health Service. So we do get free healthcare. But the problem is when when the European Union started, it opened the gates to places like Romania, Bulgaria, places that were not long ago Soviet countries. So
Right.
of course people started coming over here and signing up, maybe working
Yeah,
for a
and
week
just
or two,
really stretching it thin.
and then starting to claim unemployment, and then sending for the wife and the 5 kids and getting the house and the rent paid, and it was quite a
Yep.
problem for a while, a big
Yes,
problem
it
for a
is.
while. But they're
Yep.
clamping down now. They've got the loopholes covered now, and they're clamping down. So I think the Eastern Europeans, if they come to Britain now, they are coming to work, and they are workers. They are grafters. My
Yeah,
husband, he
because
works
it
for
was,
the
I
few.
watched the documentary and it was not the same England that I knew, because, before, you could only be there 6 months and then you had to leave if you were not a British citizen,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
and
that stopped for a while, but it's gone back to that now. But Scotland doesn't really have that, but England does have that problem.
Yeah,
England
it's
did
more
have that
England.
problem.
I've read Douglas Murray's book, and I follow him and what Katie Hopkins has to say. You guys, hey, we got a lot of
Katie
good music.
Hopkins. Oh,
Well, I'm not conservative or liberal. I'm open, but we got a lot of good music from Great Britain, mostly England, I think. Some Scottish
what do
people
you
too.
think about Katie Hopkins, Terry?
who's Katie Hopkins?
She's a British journalist that's speaks up about a lot
Extremely
about how Britain is
outspoken.
changing. Well, she's kind of maybe her approach is kind of rash, but
I'll have to say,
I
I'll
mean,
have to take a look at it. I've never.
yes, I think she a lot of the conservatives there, like here, they express concern about the cultural identity being lost and people, Caucasian people becoming the minority, but it was
Mhm.
Caucasian people that made it hard for other Caucasian people to make a living. It was the Caucasian people crushing the unions and shipping the jobs overseas. That's a simplistic way of looking at it. But
well, if it wasn't for the Windrush Jamaicans in the 50s, 60s, and 70s that came over to work in Britain after the war, Britain wouldn't
right,
have recovered for the war. Full stop.
yeah, immigrants.
We needed that workforce. The Indians, the Jamaicans. We needed that workforce badly.
Yeah. Well, I think it's harder, like in America, to have a like my dad could work, and he had a union working class job. He had a couple of years of business college, but he made enough money to where, for the most part, up until I'd say the early 1980s, my mother didn't have to work. But things are different now. We can't have European people can't have big families like we used to. We just the
I have to
immigrants.
go back to one thing when Terry said something about the Scottish music. I will tell you who did come from Scotland
Yeah,
was the Bay City Rollers.
that's right.
Oh, gee. Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember
City,
them on vinyl.
yeah, the Bay City Rollers. And I even
They
had a
used
Bay
to
City
wear
Roller outfit. I had an
tattered
outfit
clothes.
when
Yeah.
I was 5 years old, 5 or 6, and we lived in England, and they were on Top of the Pops. There's SATUY, right?
I remember that on
yeah,
vinyl. They were on
What was
vinyl.
it?
and
There was Les, Derek.
Leslie McEwen, he was my favorite. Woody,
He was the lead singer, wasn't he?
yeah, and Philip or something. No, but
Okay.
Woody, Les, Derek, and Phil. Was it Phil?
I really can't remember.
Eric.
I I was more of the 80s was more my introduction into music. I was more a
Are you
Duran
younger than me?
Duran, Human League. No, I am. I'm 50. I do remember the Bay City Rollers, but I think I would have been like 6 or 7, 8, 9 at that
No,
time.
that's what I was. I was like 5 or 6, and my mother bought me a Bay City Roller outfit from the market, and it was
See, isn't that
blue.
funny? I liked the Osmonds at that age.
Oh, yeah.
I loved Donny Osmond.
Donnie and Marie, the Donnie and Marie show. I
Yeah.
remember.
I'm a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and roll. I'm a little bit into
Paper
Nashville. Got a
roses.
little bit of Motown in my soul. Don't know if it's good or bad, but I know I love it so.
You like your
Come
music,
on.
don't you, SG?
I know my TV. I know my music. I do. That's because I am like, I feel like I didn't apply myself as much as I should have in school, and now I feel like I can't learn enough. Like, like I'm a sponge. I just like Terry was saying
Okay.
last night, how he watches so many documentaries and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like all that
Yeah,
stuff.
I've always been a reader and a researcher. I
Yeah,
love
yep.
history,
I love researching.
nature. That's my subject. I'm not really a political person.
What
I
do you
wanna
like
like?
bring
history
History?
and nature.
I want to bring back
Nature?
all the forests, all the animals that we lost. What kind of animals do you have in Scotland? You got fox. I know you have foxes, right?
Yeah, we have fox. We have Arctic hares. We have the ptarmigans, partridge, pheasant, deer. Um,
No raccoon though, right?
no raccoons, no wolves, nothing
No
like that.
porcupines.
No porcupines.
There's no wolves.
You got
No skunks.
porcupines
No,
in
there's no wolves. There's wolves in Russia, but
Yeah.
not. Yeah, not
I
here.
think in
Siberia, I
Spain.
think
There's
you
some
maybe
in
find a wolf.
Bulgaria.
Is there
Is
no
there?
wolves in England either? I mean, how is there
No.
American
No.
Werewolf in London?
No, there's no wolves. That's a
Really?
great movie, wasn't it?
It
There's
was.
no
The
wolf.
effects were so good.
Yeah, I loved that film.
You love what?
I loved that film, American Werewolf.
Oh, I know. Yeah, and the effects, were great. Like it, and in the beginning, when they're leaving that pub, like they're hiking, hiking across Europe or something.
When they walk into the pub and everybody stares at them like, oh, a couple of
Yeah,
outsiders here.
yeah, right. Now,
That
isn't
does
that in
happen.
Scotland?
Well, if you were to go away into the west coast, possibly into the glens and the highlands, people would go, oh, there's some tourists, but they would talk to you. I mean, they wouldn't stare at you like it's not the Wild West. They would be friendly. We're a friendly nation. Very friendly.
Yeah, you are. I mean,
Sociable.
yeah, but
whiskey's
now
our
isn't
national
that
drink.
where the Freemasons are from?
Oh God, I don't know. Are they? No, are they? I think they're. No, I think you're thinking
I
of the
think they're from the
Covenanters.
Scottish
Are you?
Highlands. I think that's where they originate from.
Yeah, if you'll
gosh,
find
I don't-
hospitality and friendliness in America and trust, if you go like to smaller towns or probably not so
Yeah.
much on the East Coast where Survivor Girl lives. No offense.
But everywhere over
Cities
there,
can be
I think
lonely
is friendlier.
places, can't they?
Yeah, oh yeah, they're very impersonal. I've lived in
Where?
small towns, cities, suburbs.
Oh, small towns.
I remember getting
No,
picked up.
cities.
My car broke down and smoke was coming out of the tailpipe. Long story short, a guy in a truck didn't think twice about stopping. I jumped right in his truck. That probably wouldn't
Uh-huh.
happen in the bigger cities or suburbs.
No.
I like smaller town people more. They're more down to earth.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
There's more
I've lived in
culture in
small
this place.
towns, and I've lived in like where I live now, and it's got a small town feel, but it's a big city.
So if I came over, if I came to
I'm a
Massachusetts,
I'm
Go
a
ahead,
country
Vicky.
girl, but I miss the culture of the cities.
yeah,
You know,
that's right.
I miss the But I
Let
couldn't
me
One
ask
do
thing
the
you
I
this.
find
lifestyle
about
of the city.
America, though, we don't respect our, like old buildings like they do in, Scotland and,
That's right.
Britain. You know, like they just over there in Scotland, they've got buildings that have been standing since, the 1400s, the 1300s. That's so
Well, we have the
amazing.
National Trust, so they really
Yeah.
take that sort of thing seriously. Yeah, the National
And
Trust.
those places, like you could think to yourself, they must have been so cold back then.
Well,
like
that's why
cold,
they had all, that's why they
like
had
temperature wise, like the
dogs.
wind blowing through those big, places with the high ceiling,
Well, that's why they would have had their tapestries and really thick oak doors, and of course lots and lots of little dogs, lap dogs, to heat up their beds and to sit on their laps and keep them warm. That's why they're called lap dogs.
Yeah.
Oh
Lap dogs
yeah,
were a
right.
rich man. Yeah, lap dogs were a rich man's pet.
They
I
survived
never
the
thought of that. Like, I would think like I always thought lap dog was like a dog that likes to sit in your lap, but I never thought of it as the opposite way of people who want to keep warm, so they want the dog.
Oh no,
sitting
they
there.
had a purpose. Yeah, they had a purpose, especially in the old, like 16th, 17th, 15th century, because it cost money to keep an animal, to keep a pet.
Yeah, right.
So they had to have some sort of purpose. Yeah.
And they had to be, have money too for that because, like you said, a lot of people were starving. Like there was either rich or starving,
Yeah, there was a big class distinction, right enough. Yeah.
Now,
So how are you feeling, SG? Oh, me? Yes, I love it. I love haggis.
Haggis, really?
Oh, yeah, I love it.
That's like stomach, isn't it?
Well, it's wrapped in a stomach, but it's not wrapped in a stomach nowadays. It's like a synthetic kind of, like a sausage casing. That's what they use. But traditionally, yeah, it would have been a sheep's stomach lining.
Yeah, but what's it surrounding?
Liver, kidneys, blood,
That's what's
spices.
in it? Livers and kidneys?
Yeah. Oatmeal, yeah.
Oatmeal?
And you have it with potatoes and turnips mashed, and it's delicious, and beetroot. Yum. I love it.
And then don't they put like whiskey in the gravy?
Well, that could be like your whiskey sauce. You wouldn't traditionally have gravy with a haggis.
Scotch
you wouldn't
whiskey.
really have gravy with. Yeah, that would be a whiskey sauce for your steak or something, but you wouldn't have gravy with a haggis. That's not traditionally done.
No, because I was watching a comedian and he was like talking about, how he was in Scotland and everybody kept saying, "You've got to try the haggis. You've got to try the haggis." And so
that's not bad.
Yeah, but he said he tried the haggis and he didn't like it. But he was like, but it was covered in whiskey, right? So
yeah, no, I don't think that's well. That must have been, he must have been having a joke or something, because that's not traditional. You would toast the haggis by having a small nip of whiskey, and you would drink it, and then you would address the haggis before you cut it. Yeah, there's a poem that Burns wrote, and it's called "The Address to the Haggis." So
so he was like drunk, but he had eaten haggis and he was drunk and. Yeah, but it wasn't mixing well.
Do you know what? I've got a question. A question. What's American? What's grits?
Grits.
Grits.
Isn't it corn, but like out of the casing?
No, I know what it is. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, it's like corn out of the casing.
How do you cook it?
Sort of like you do oatmeal, I guess.
Right?
It's like a southern dish. You eat it with soul food. You can have breakfast. Generally, something you eat with breakfast.
I wouldn't eat chitlins.
Yeah.
Well, what are they?
Chitlins are like pig intestines.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ground corn. Juan Doses says ground corn, then boiled.
Okay. Yeah, it's southern cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how do you know that, Juan?
gives me some of them grits. I want some grits.
Kiss my grits.
Kiss my
Remember
grits.
that?
Yeah, that was
Flo?
Flo, the
And
waitress.
some collard greens.
I
Yeah.
like collard
Boy,
greens.
so do I.
Me
I
too.
like it. Gibbs
I
meat
even like
to
the
that.
canned collard greens.
That's the kind of food Neckbone Willie and Catfish Jones eat.
Catfish Jones.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, that's yours.
I-
One of yours, Terry, isn't it? Catfish Jones.
Mmm.
Yeah, that he tried to blame on me. He did.
Uh-oh.
That's why I was mad at him.
Change
Nobody knew
subject.
why I was mad at Terry. He knew because he tried to blame that Catfish Jones was me, and he was letting them just
Well,
go on
Terry
their
can
own.
behave sometimes, and then the next time Terry goes into a chat and behaves poorly, and they annoy
It depends on which chat he's in. He's
I'll
like,
be I'll be a perfect gentleman tonight, I promise.
yes, he's
Thank you. You're
adaptable
in
to
good
whatever,
company, Terry.
wherever he
Behave.
is. He's adaptable.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is, you know what? This is the livest live in town.
Oh yeah,
It is.
you like it now?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's 2 in the morning
host.
for me, Terry.
Huh?
I just woke up. To go to the toilet. It's 2 in the morning for me.
Oh, is that right? It's 9.
Yeah, I just woke up.
10:30 here.
Do you
Just stay
remember
up.
when they used to have outhouses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Izzy, do you remember?
Yeah,
It wasn't too long ago. I mean, because when
Yeah.
I lived in England, we had an outhouse when I was like the early 70s.
Yep, there were still outhouses.
Yeah, that would be quite common.
around.
Yeah. I blocked that memory out of my mind. I only remember going one time, and then I blocked the memory because I got there. I was like 5 years old, and my Auntie Jean, like first of all, this,
This was in
woke up
Liverpool, wasn't it, SG?
No, not Liverpool, because that's you're a
Oh.
Scouser from Liverpool.
Oh, I thought it was Liverpool you went to.
No, it was near Liverpool, the north of England. Newton Lee Willows, Merseyside, Earlstown.
Okay. Well, that's
The same
Merseyside.
town where
Okay.
Rick Astley is from. Never gonna give you
Okay.
up. Yeah.
Up. Never gonna let
Yeah.
you down. Yeah.
Rick rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when we got, first of all, we got off the airplane and we took the red eye. And I was like 5. And this taxi driver, he was flying. I don't know if there's a speed limit in England. And he was on the other side of the road. I had just woken up. It was like in the middle of the night. And so my mother was just like, just go to sleep. Yeah.
I can't remember anything of being 5. You must have an amazing memory.
I remember, yeah. I remember. And we got to the house, in Earlstown. And my Auntie Jean comes out and she's this older lady she didn't have any teeth, and she had these glasses on that made her eyes look really big. And, like those, like Red Fox and Harlem Nights.
Like
And she had,
milk
this
bottle
little eyes.
glasses.
Yeah.
We call
yeah.
them milk bottle
And she goes,
glasses.
oh, look at her. She's lovely. She's lovely.
She's
Yeah.
lovely, isn't she?
And
lovely.
I'm screaming and crying, and I'm going, oh, she's a witch, right? And I said, when you wake up, you're gonna have a long hair growing from the tip of your nose. And she's like, oh, you're a rotten cat, right? So I just met her, right? So I go to sleep on her couch, and in the morning, she woke me up. I woke up to her like shaking me awake, going, look what you've done, you rotten kid. Look what you've done. And she had pulled her bottom lip up over her nose. And she had those big glasses on with the big eyes. And she had taken a hair and put it, on the tip of her nose, but was holding it on with the, so that the hair would be hanging down the tip of her nose. And her bottom lip was over her nose. And I freaked out. I mean, she's like, look what you've done. You've made a hair grow from the tip of my nose. And I leapt over the back of that couch. I was amazed at my own powers. I was like, oh my God. But she was, I'd never seen her do it. She was a funny lady. I liked her. When she
Did
put her
she have
teeth
any
in,
children of her own?
yeah, my cousin Gloria and my cousin Lynn. And they
Okay.
used to do where they would get the tea bags, right? And this big, huge crate delivered and all the boxes to put them into. And that was the job. That was your job. You shook the tea off, the tea bag, wrapped it around, and put it in the box. Wrap it around, put it in the box. You know? And it
Okay.
was, and then they would come, the tea company would come and take the boxes, and they would dump the coal down the
How
coal
long did you
chute.
spend in Britain, SG? How long
Back
did
and
you
forth,
spend there?
back and forth. I went back and forth. Last time I was there was when I was 17. I came back when I was 17. I had gone over when my sister passed away, but my mother was selling the house here and everything. But that was where her family was. So of course her
So
sisters and brothers
you
were.
would have been in Britain in the 80s then, during the time of the New Romantics. Duran
Oh, the
Duran,
Romantics.
Human League, that
Yeah,
New
Duran
Romantics,
Duran,
that
the
type of music.
Romantics. I liked Wham.
Yeah. That was the new
Oh
wave,
yeah.
the new wave invasion.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Well,
The
video,
special,
like
Lots
MTV and all
of
that stuff.
flying jackets.
yeah,
Mhm.
I had a pen pal in England back in the 80s, several pen pals, and I used to look forward to those letters in the mail. We mostly wrote about music. A lot of
But
good music in that
ironically,
era.
I went there because my sister passed away, and that was some of the best time of my life. In that, 84 to 85 was when I was there, and for about 6 or 7 months. And I'll tell you, that was some of the best time of my life. I loved. I can still remember the way the air smelled, and it was crisp and clean, and just the music that I
You've got an
remember.
amazing memory.
Yeah, this is when I was 16 and I was there. That's so it wasn't that long ago. um, and I lived with my auntie Jean, the one I was just telling you about, and my uncle Jimmy, and my cousin Paul. And you used to have to switch the water heater on to take to heat up the water in the morning so you could take a bath.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that,
Mm-hmm.
Izzy? And they
Yeah, no,
didn't really
we
have
had central
showers.
heating. Yeah, no, we had a shower, we had central heating and things like that. But yeah,
Oh, you
I can
did?
believe that could have had. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
Your whole life living over there in Scotland. So you,
Yeah, yeah. We have hot water, we have showers, we have indoor toilets. The 60s
really?
and 70s, I bet. Yeah, yeah, I bet the 60s and 70s there would have been a lot of outdoor toilets though. Definitely, especially in the cities and the tenement buildings.
So you were
But
born though
no,
in 71, right?
68. No, 68. Yeah.
Then you're 53 almost.
50, 53. Yeah. 53 this year. Yeah.
Right, because I just turned 53. Yeah, so
Okay,
I'm
so
just,
we're the
you know
same
what? I wonder
age.
if it has to do with the fact that because Britain got bombed during World War II, that a lot of the council houses over there didn't get changed to, you know, didn't get changed
Mm-hmm.
to the indoor plumbing and everything right
Yeah.
away.
Well, they did. I mean, in the 70s, they started trying to build a lot of prefabricated houses, a lot of tower blocks, high rises, that sort of thing. Because of the lack of housing, because of the bombing. And those
No, but they
houses
didn't
now,
bomb in
we are now.
Scotland, right?
Sorry.
There was no bombing in Scotland, though.
Oh yes, Glasgow would have been bombed, and probably Edinburgh would have been bombed. Yeah, the main
Oh,
cities.
really?
But the main concentration would have been the south coast of England and London, of course. That would
Right.
have
My
been.
mother lived through that whole blitzkrieg and the blackouts. I think about that, and I think that's why she was kind of like she was, like
Well,
cold.
they
'cause-
tried to concentrate their bombing on the areas with the factories and the densest populations. So that would have been Birmingham, Leeds,
she lived near
Liverpool, London,
Burtonwood
that
Air
sort of
Force Base, so there was a lot going on there,
thing.
like living near an Air Force base. And
Yeah,
she remembers, the Yanks coming and going, all the little kids, being like, got any gum, chum? Got any gum, chum?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I
And
wanted
going
to
to
ask
dances.
SG, how are you feeling? Can I ask, how are you feeling?
Pretty good. I got one more chemo treatment left. And then
I
I
can't
got a
believe it. You're
consult
such
with,
a trooper.
Yes, she is.
yeah. The funny thing is like, I would never have expected to, ever be going through any of this. I'll tell you that much.
She's Wonder Woman.
And I never felt sick. You know? That's the crazy part about it is like,
No symptoms.
no symptoms. No symptoms. And then all of a sudden, just boom.
It's just been textbook, really, hasn't it, for you, SG? You've been lucky, I think, because that chemo.
No, I don't think it has been textbook. Because from what I think of textbook is like, I really thought chemo was going to make me feel a lot sicker.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I thought, because people would be like, oh, you got to do this so that you can eat more, so that you'll eat. And I myself, I went from 127 to 132.
Good. Okay.
So I eat. The only thing that that I do notice is that I don't taste food as much anymore.
Okay.
Like I have to put a lot of salt on.
That's a minor thing, isn't it? I mean, if that's your only.
Yeah, but I hope it comes back, my sense of taste, because I love food. That would
I'm
suck.
sure it will.
Yeah, I really hope that comes back, because that would suck. 'Cause that is something.
At all?
Huh?
Do you have any taste at all?
Yeah, I do, but like tomato soup tastes fine to me. But everything else is pretty much bland.
You'll
Really
find
bland.
other you'll find other tastes that'll come to you.
I just hope it comes back because I really enjoy food. I'm a big foodie, and
So am
I
I.
don't want to have to put a bunch of salt on and everything and stuff. I try
Terry,
to stay
do you
away
cook?
from
Usually nothing elaborate, usually something quick and easy. I just get carry out or I go to restaurants,
Okay,
pretty
so
much.
you don't
but
do cookbooks and things.
no, I probably should. I would save a lot of money at the end of the year, but usually after work or whatever, I'm not. Sometimes even for my daughter, I take my daughter out. We just get carry out, and I eat good. I eat good quality food, and I'm picky about the food. I'm a foodie like Tracy is.
Yeah, I do too. But you know what? That would be like a fun thing to do with your daughter is to get a cookbook.
Yeah.
And when you have her, make it the project.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah, and then also like you could like use the cookbook as like reading purposes too and measuring. Like you could teach her so many skills out of it and plus spend so much quality time.
That's true.
Yeah. And maybe even, develop a something in her that she ends up loving and becoming some great cook or
I can see you in a pinny, Terry, making cupcakes.
In a what? In a what?
An apron, right?
An apron.
An apron.
Yeah, like a pinafore.
Yeah, I could be a chef, I guess.
Well, that could be part of the thing is like picking out aprons for both of you,
Yeah.
Making it a real time where you're doing something and developing skills and such bonding time. With my daughter, some of the stuff like what we bonded with is I love movies.
Right.
Of course. And so we used to I still had a VCR. So, not that we didn't have a DVD too, but you know, we did have the VCR and a lot. I like old movies. So, we started doing this, you know, movie to own. This is worth owning. This is worth owning. And savers of thrift stores would sell, who would sell videos 2 for $1. So I would, you know, that for $3, I had our whole weekend planned. You know,
Do you have a
watching
favorite?
movies.
Do you have a favorite genres, SG?
I like horror movies, but I like the 80s. You know, the Molly Ringwald stuff, like
The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
yeah, and one of my favorites is 16 Candles. Of course, I love Lost Boys, The Lost Boys. I don't know if you saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, my daughter, you know, she then became a film student when she went as a degree in film, and
Oh, so that's what she's studying. Okay.
well, she graduated. She's
always-
triple major Dean's List graduate.
Okay.
Does
And
she
it's
like-
in film studies, is it?
Film, and she's got a degree in communications and a degree in public relations.
Does she like independent
Wow.
films, Survivor Girl? You
Yeah,
guys
she likes independent films. She likes everything she grew up with. Like, and the thing is like, you know, the movie The Big Lebowski, which
Yeah.
is, you know, I like a cult classic, whatever. But I'm not. I love the actors in it, but I'm not big on it. You know.
You know what?
But
Some of the best movies. Go ahead, Izzy.
Sorry. That the Big Lebowski. That's where it's a pub in Glasgow, and that's where when I was younger, where me and my friends we would always meet on before our weekend started, 4 o'clock on a Friday at the Big Lebowski.
that's what it was called, The Big Lebowski.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a popular like cult classic, you know, that finally I broke down and you know, there's loads of copies of it though, you know, at the, you know, at this particular place where we would go and get our VHS movies. But and I always held off buying that. I was always looking for the ones to own, the ones to own. So I ended up eventually buying it, and I said to her, "Here, you know, watch this movie." I said, "It's a cult classic, you know." I go, I feel like it's going to be important to you in the future. Now, this is before she said she was going. She was only like 14, you know, before she had picked what she was going to college for. And I said, I have a feeling it's going to come in handy for you someday, but I'm going to take a nap. Right? So she watched it. And when she ended up in college and it was her first class, no, it was her first semester, freshman, first film class there. And that was the first film that they analyzed. And she was the only student in the class who'd ever seen it. So,
Wow.
you know,
Spooky.
it did like come in handy for her because she was already, you know,
Right.
I don't know, I just thought it was kind of neat that she.
I like Tarantino films. I like that type of film.
Yes.
Also
That's-
Quentin
the Coen
Tarantino?
brothers, that sort
Yeah.
of thing.
You know, the
Mhm.
best movies, some of the best movies are the Italian and French movies with the subtitles in from the 50s and 60s. And before that,
I can't say I've ever watched
Me
any of
neither.
that.
yeah, Federico
Yeah.
Fellini. Yeah, check out some of them flicks for French flicks from that.
Fellini, he
I
was
do like
married
that
to
movie
Raquel
Death
Welch, wasn't he?
Proof.
Would you
You
say
ever seen that? Death Proof, Quentin Tarantino,
no?
and it's got
No,
Kurt
I've never
Russell
seen
in
that.
it.
Oh yeah, I did see that one.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
stuntman Mike, and I thought that was a great movie. I really did. I thought that was a great movie, and you don't see Kurt Russell usually as like a person like that in a movie. But I really like that crash scene. I know I'm crazy like that, but I like. You know, I love film. That's the thing, you know. I'll watch the whole audio commentaries. I'll watch, you know, all that. And when, you know, the crash scene, when they show it filmed 4 different times, how each person in the car dies, you know, like in slow motion 4 different times. I don't know. I just thought that was a great movie making thing, you know? I'm
Yeah, I can't say I'm a film buff. I can sit and watch a movie. I don't mind a movie, but I'm more a documentary, history, factual kind of, or a nature program. That would be
I love all
my
that
choice
too.
if I was going to watch telly.
Yeah, I like all that too. The thing though with the movies with me was that it was like because I'd watch the audio commentary too and like how they made it. So it was along the lines for me would turn into like a documentary for because I was that
Hmm.
interested in film, like the stunts of it, the lighting, all of it. I have a
And now
big
you've got that
respect
connection with your
for that.
daughter.
Yeah, exactly. But she's, I'm real proud of her. She's a good kid. I got lucky. I did get lucky.
Good job,
We
SG.
did well. She slept. I mean, I got
Good
lucky. Like
job.
even when she was a baby, like she slept through the night. You
You are a
know,
nurturing, doting mother.
yeah. But she slept through the night. That was good. Thank
And you
God
just have the
because
one daughter, SG?
yeah,
Yeah, I
for
just have the
sure.
one son.
How
I
old?
only had one son. He's
How old is he?
34. I had him when I was 19.
Does he have any kids?
He's got
My daughter?
four sons.
Really? That's cool. Now you got 4
Yeah,
grandsons.
Oh, you're so
exactly.
lucky. You're so lucky.
7, 5, 3, and 10 months.
Ah, you are so lucky. I would
So it's
love to
busy,
have
busy, busy.
grandkids, but
Oh,
she says she's never
it's a
not
feeling
having
like
any
nothing
kids.
else.
Huh?
Oh, she will. She will when she gets to her 30s. She will. She
I
will.
don't know. She said even the other day she said she was at somewhere and the people next to them had like a baby and she's thinking to herself how most people would think, and the baby's like looking at her and she's thinking to herself how most people would say, "Oh, what a cute baby." And she was thinking,
Well,
ugh.
funnily enough,
I'm
my
like,
sister is like that. My sister is so unmaternal. I mean, she's in her
yeah,
40s now, and she's never wanted children, ever.
yeah,
There's
my
just
daughter, she
no
didn't have like,
feelings.
she wasn't one of those kids going around with baby doll and stuff like that, you know? Wasn't.
Hmm.
I remember though, she liked Light Bright. Remember Light Bright? I liked Light Bright too.
Right. I remember that.
Do
No, I don't
you?
know what that is.
You would take the
No, I
pegs
don't
and
know
they were
what that
colored
is.
pegs and and it was like this, like box, and you plugged it in and it had light, like a light bulb in there and you made pictures that the light would shine through these colored pegs, and they gave you like a bunch of pictures and told you stick the red pegs here, stick the yellow pegs here, so that when it was all together, it was like a
Oh,
boat or a flower, but it would be glowing because of the light. It was cool.
oh, that's a sad story. White wolves.
What's the
See,
story?
I had a son. He passed away before COVID-19, and he never got to meet him. I'm so sorry about that, White Wolf.
It's sad.
That's sad.
How old was he?
Sorry, I'm trying to. I've just discovered
I
how
know
to
it is
read the
hard
comments.
for to read the chat and I know it feels so bad. How did you find out?
Yeah, I
Or
don't
did
want the
you like
chat to
just?
feel like I'm ignoring you.
No, I know it's hard. I should be look. I should pay more attention to the chat. I try to, and then but then I feel bad because I don't want to talk out to the chat when other people are on the panel. But then I feel bad, so I type in the chat. You know what I mean?
I mean,
I'm new at all this
only
stuff.
I think the third live I've ever been in, or
Oh,
maybe the
I
second live
know,
I've ever
right?
been in.
Yeah, you were on that
It's the
other
time
live,
difference that gets me.
huh?
It's the time difference that gets me.
Oh, I know.
I think you're 5 hours behind, and I think California's 7 hours behind me. I think.
California. I was
Yeah.
reading about
So I
California
miss
today, and
the lives.
there's some scary shit going on with these missing people, in the national park. Like, what do you think about Bigfoot? What kind of cryptids do they have in Scotland?
The Loch Ness Monster.
We don't have
Oh,
no,
yeah.
we don't have Bigfoots. We have wild cats, and I have
Oh, those
actually
big
seen.
cats that they're saying, right?
Yes, and I
Like
saw one. I was on
panthers?
a train one day heading into Aberdeen, and I was looking out the window in the countryside, and I saw this massive black puma. It was a puma
You did?
walking up the side of walking up the side of a field, and up until that point, I had poo-pooed the idea of these wild cats. I thought it's a lot of nonsense. It's just people speaking rubbish. But I can now say, I swear on everything dear to me, I saw a black puma walking in the wilds of Scotland.
And
I
they're
don't know
not
how
even
it got
supposed to
there.
be over there, right?
No, well, it must have been a domestic pet at one point. Somebody must have
Right,
had it
that's what they
illegally.
were saying, like in England too. Now, do you think it's
Mhm.
like a number of them, or do you think there's one that's walking? Because I know that the mountain lions over here, there was one. It walked from South Dakota all the way to Connecticut, 1,800 miles, only to get hit by a car in Milford,
Oh,
Connecticut.
What was it, Survivor Girl?
oh no.
A mountain lion.
Oh yeah, we're getting them. They're coming back to the Upper Peninsula in Michigan.
It walked 1,800 miles.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Just to
Izzy, do
get
you
hit.
think
Oh
that
no.
that cat that you saw is the same one that they've been reporting like for the last couple of years in England?
No,
Do you think it
no,
walked?
no. I think there's a few. I think a few people probably have had these pets and have
Yeah.
realised, oh God, this is far too big. I can't hand it into the authorities because I'll end up in jail. And I think they maybe just drive 300 miles, dump this animal out of the car, and then take off again. That's
Now
the
it was
only
completely
explanation
black.
I can. Yeah, it was black. Yeah, totally black. Totally. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And that was
Imagine
only
like
a
if
few
you were
years ago.
outside at nighttime and that was there, you wouldn't see it.
I mean, there's been reports of sheep being mauled and calves being mauled, things like that. So they do exist. I mean, there's evidence that they exist. But the Bigfoot thing, I don't know. I'm on the fence. I would have to
Now,
see it with
Izzy,
my
you
own
didn't
eyes.
catch it on film? You didn't get a picture?
No, I was on the train. So we were going quite fast. I was on
Oh,
the
you were
train.
on the train. Oh, I thought you were looking out the window of your house.
No. I was on the train. I was looking out the train window and I saw it walk up the side of this field, this dry, what we call it a dry stone dike. And it was walking
Yeah.
up the side of this dike. And I watched it for about maybe 40 seconds, 30, 40 seconds. So I got a good look at it. I knew what it was. There was no, it wasn't a black cow or a black donkey, or it was a cat. So,
Wow.
yeah, so I believe in that now.
I always think about that, like the black ones, because if it was nighttime and they were like just, at your house, in your yard, and you pull up or you go out to your car or something, you would not see a black cat out there.
I mean, I don't think they would attack humans because there's so much rabbits and badgers and foxes and birds, and they wouldn't need to, and sheep and cows, they wouldn't need to come near any
Izzy,
human areas to steal food. Yes?
White Wolf said his bloodline is Scottish. He's
Oh,
part of your tribe.
okay.
I think I can drop the link, White Wolf, if you want to come in too. If anybody wants to come in, actually, let me see if I can drop this link.
So I
yeah,
wonder
it's so
if it was what generation, Wolf? Was it your grandparents that moved to America, or your great grandparents? Because there was the Highland clearances, a lot of Scotch people.
Now, isn't that where the Celtics or Celtics, is that what it's called? And no, there's like someone they talk another language. What is it? It's or is that Ireland?
Gaelic.
Gaelic. That's a
No, the
Gaelic.
Scots speak Gaelic. Yeah.
Now, can you speak Gaelic?
I can say Strunach Misha.
What does
And
that
that's
mean?
it. Put that down.
Now,
Don't know
why do
why
they
I know
speak?
that.
What is Gaelic? Like, what was the like? How did that occur? Because it sounds like so different than Scottish. Like,
It's the West Coast, the Highlands. It's the clans, the clans of Scotland. That's where that language comes from.
did they make it up themselves,
West.
or is it Scottish but they're saying it differently?
No, it's a totally different language. I mean, you have other, like, I speak Doric. That's a totally different accent. This is that Doric is a northeast accent. So if I speak like that, you'll never understand what I'm saying.
So say it.
That's
Say something
Doric.
in it.
Uh,
Say something in Doric.
like the day, how you doing?
So I could kind of understand. Say something about the day and how you doing, right?
Yeah, it's what like the day, how are you doing? How are you today? How are you doing? That's
Yeah, I could
Pidgin. But
understand
that's
that
Doric.
more than the Gaelic.
Yeah, that's more an accent, but Gaelic is a completely different language.
Right.
Like French or Spanish, or it's a totally different language. Yeah.
That's
And
so
it's
weird
really
how
only
they have.
spoken
Yeah,
in
and
the outer
then
islands, like
also
the
in
Hebrides.
Wales they talk differently, don't they?
Yeah, they have their own language. Yeah, Welsh.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Irish,
and
the
and
Irish.
there's like no vowels or something, right?
I couldn't tell you. I don't really know much about the Welsh language. Yachida, that's not the only thing I know.
Yeah, there's like no vowels or some weird stuff. I was looking at it, and I don't know, really long words with no vowels, and like, how do they even say that? Yeah,
And
I
another
couldn't even.
Gaelic one is Whiskey Beg. Whiskey Beg, that's the water of life. That's where the word whiskey comes from. Whiskey Beg.
Is with whiskey what?
That's whiskey. Whiskey Beg is where the word whiskey comes from. And it's translated
Whiskey.
as water of life. Whiskey Beg.
Really? So
That's
really?
all I know about Gaelic. Yeah.
So were they
Yeah,
drinking
whiskey's a
whiskey
Scottish
and
word.
calling it water, or is it water and then somebody was made whiskey?
Well, Uska is water and Beg is life, so it's the water of life. That's what they call whiskey here. And
I know,
Slange,
but
of
I'm
course,
wondering,
Slange
like, was it whiskey when they said Wuska Bay, water of life?
Yes.
Were they talking
Yes.
about whiskey originally?
Yes, that's how whiskey got its name.
Oh, so they were saying this is the water of life. So whiskey
And
was
the
like created in
English,
Scotland?
of course, yeah, that's our national drink. Yeah. The English translated Uska Beg into whiskey because they couldn't talk Gaelic, so they translated it into whiskey. Uska
What
Beg.
kind of whiskey do you drink?
I like a malt. Glenfiddich is really good.
Yeah.
Chivas Regal's a nice one.
Jameson?
That's Irish. That's an Irish whiskey.
Right, yeah. Tullamore is that Irish too, right?
Sorry?
Tullamore is that Irish as well?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's people drink that one here.
I've never heard of that one.
No.
Hey, Survivor Girl.
Yeah.
You eat matzo ball soup in Manischewitz?
No, I don't. No, I've never eaten a matzo ball in my life.
You like corned beef?
Hey, Jack, how are you?
You like corned beef on rye?
Well, yeah, I like corned beef on rye. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'll eat anything if as long as it's not haggis, no sir.
What's your
I bet
favorite?
you'd like it. It's so well spiced.
Survivor Girl, what's your favorite dish? What's your favorite kind of food?
I love corned beef and cabbage. Like I could eat a whole one myself. And
Hot sauce. Throw some hot sauce on it.
what is
Hey,
it?
Jax popped in to show her love.
Yeah, I see that. And White Wolf's here.
Welcome, White Wolf.
I wonder if it's my stream where you can't hear people because I can't hear him unless.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, hi.
I roll my cigarette.
I can hear you.
He sounds just like Sam Elliott to
Hi,
me.
White Wolf.
Uh-oh. Hello.
Hi. I was saying earlier, I was looking up at those, hunters that go missing and stuff. I said I should start talking to White Wolf, see what he thinks about it. But I research so many things and then like stop and start another one without finishing the other one, So frustrating actually.
Well, I'm going to have to go anyway, guys, because it's, as I say, it's 2 a.m. and I've got a lot of things to be doing with this house. We've got a lot
What,
of
the
jobs
holiday
to
house?
do. Yeah, we've got so much to do.
Is that where you are now?
And yes, and I'm only here for another week, so, or maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
What makes it
So
the
I'm
holiday
gonna
house?
go.
Like, what's it near? Is it near water or some kind of a special place?
Well, you could, go and look at my video. Go and look at the video I posted.
I will, but
We're
right
so
now I
close to the
can't
water.
because I'm on here. So just tell me.
Izzy, what's your channel name?
It's so close to the water. Sorry?
What's your channel name?
Yeah,
Izzy.
that's a good
Izzy,
question there.
Izzy? Okay.
Izzy.
Okay, I'll check it out. It's nice to talk to you tonight.
So, but it's near the water?
Yeah.
Now I know you're not
It's
a
so
troll.
near the water, SG, the sea. Yeah, so near the sea.
Is it like cliffs though, or is it a beach?
No, it's a rocky beach.
Is the water
Really
cold?
rocky beach. Freezing. Really freezing. That's where I learned
Is it
to
always
swim.
freezing?
In this. Sorry?
Is it always
Yeah, it's always
freezing?
cold. Yeah. It's the North Sea. It's probably one of the coldest seas, bar the Arctic. The North
So you
Sea,
can never
yeah.
swim in that ocean?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, you just put
Do
a
you?
wetsuit on and go wild swimming. Yeah,
Oh,
I've got
a
wetsuit.
wetsuit?
Yeah, definitely.
You have to wear a
Yeah.
wetsuit? Oh, so is it must be
It's
dangerous.
brilliant. No.
I don't
Survivor
know.
Oh,
Girl.
no.
Huh?
You ever went skinny dipping?
No, I've never gone skinny dipping. No, never. Ever.
Oh, you're missing out.
Only
Yeah.
donut dipping.
Best feeling ever.
Yeah, that's right.
Really?
If Jax hadn't, by the time I get to Arizona, she's fixing to find out pretty quick what skinny dipping really means.
What did he say?
If he makes it to Arizona, Jax is going to find out what skinny dipping is.
Oh, so I must be there's the
That sounds like a promise.
yeah, right?
It really is.
Don't you guys both live in Arizona?
Right. Well, I'm gonna go, guys. Okay. So you take
Good night.
care. And
Good
Bye,
night,
Izzy. Please come back.
Good night,
Izzy,
Gary.
Izzy. Good night,
All
honey.
right.
I will. Good night,
Bye.
Wolf. Good
Later.
night, SG.
Good night.
Kat.
All right. Now I have to go like this. No. You know what I do? I go like this. You guys there?
Yes.
Weird.
Okay. So the writing was Izzy's, right? Okay. So now we remove that. Okay. So there we go. Okay.
You know what? Now I know that Izzy's not Izzy. Izzy isn't a troll. I know it's a real person. I wasn't sure. I didn't know who it was.
I knew she wasn't a troll.
I was hoping not.
Yeah. No. I haven't had that much problems with trolls. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
I haven't. I mean, I've unfortunately been in your chats twice, I think.
He said, unfortunately.
Yeah,
What do you
unfortunately.
mean by that? Unfortunately.
Well, I wish I could have been here before, and been,
No, no, no. I never had. These are just new. What the heck's that mean, Juan? I hope you mean that in a good way, right?
and
That
in a good way. I wish I could
no,
have been
Juan said
before.
nothing really to troll here. But you mean because we're not drama, right? It's drama free, right? That's what you mean? That's what I
Well,
think. Every once in a while, we will go on to, something will come up, but we don't stick on it. And, you
yeah,
know,
drama is, man,
Oh,
past everything,
yeah.
in
I
my
tried
opinion.
to make this like you know, a stream where there's actual conversations and going on and topics and I was also trying to come up with an idea of a Wednesday night, who, what, when, where, and why Wednesday live stream trivia.
I was trying to go on live last night and pretty much forgot how to since it's been a while.
Well, you were
Uh,
on here last night anyway for a little while, remember? And
I
then my
do,
phone died when I was on here with you.
and my phone died too.
Yeah. What do you guys think about that trivia idea?
Mm.
I love it.
You do? Let's try a couple of questions, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so it's entertainment we're doing, right? Okay. Now I'd asked these questions this one before, but anyway, it was on Fantasy Island, right? The original Fantasy Island, or I guess even the new one. What is the name of the guy in the white suit? The host. Not his real name, but his name on the show.
Ricardo Montalban.
Well, that's his real name. That was going to be the next
Oh,
one.
yeah. Well, I'm not supposed to say it. I got to let people write it down.
No, you're supposed to answer. Yeah, anybody can answer. Anybody
Well,
can answer.
yeah, okay. Well, they can write it in, what was that? That was Mr. Rourke.
Yeah, so you got two right. All right. Who was his, and you can, I'm going to ask you anyway, who was the actor who played it? Anybody can answer though, okay? Who was the actor who played it and what was the name of his, sidekick?
Who? Say it again.
Mr. Rourke had a sidekick. Yeah, so Jack's got that one.
That was.
All right, so I'm gonna keep score here. All right, so give me a second.
Yeah, that little midget, Hervey.
Yeah. So who played Tattoo? Because Jack got that. Jack got that.
Hervey Villachez.
Yeah. Okay. So Secular got that. So far we got Jack has 1, and Secular has 3. And then as soon as like when people get an answer, then I write down their name. So okay. So our next question is what was the name of the captain on the Love Boat? And his character, not his real name, character.
Steuben, Captain Steuben.
Yeah.
Captain, yep.
Who said it first? White Wolf?
I think I did.
Okay.
Yep. No, he did it.
Okay. All right. And what was the name of the actor who played him?
Gavin McLeod.
Yeah. Yep. Wow, Secular's whipping through
Yes,
it.
it was.
All right. What other TV show was he on?
Oh man. Oh, Mary. Oh, I know that one. Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on Mary Tyler.
Yeah, we were there in the 70s. That's why we know these.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was born in 75, so.
Oh, you were born in 75. I was born in 68. The Love Boat crash. What was the name of the cruise director on the Love Boat? The girl.
shoot a monkey in the butt and make him run.
Her character.
Crikey.
I love it.
You need a hint. It began with J.
Not Julie.
Yeah, Julie. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Julie. All right, so we got White Wolf. That's one. Do you know the name of the actress who played the role?
Mm-mm. I mean, I remember Gilligan's Island and almost every actor on Gilligan's Island, but
All right, but what's the name of the actress who played Julie? Julie McCoy, right? What was her name in real life?
I
Anybody
can't
know?
remember her name for diddly squat.
All right, Lauren Toos. Okay, so nobody got that one. All right, so here's another question. I got other ones. What was the name of the janitor in the show One Day at a Time?
Damn it. I know who it. I just got tempted to cheat, but I'm not going to do it.
You can't, you know what? I'll let people look things up if they want to. It doesn't matter. You don't have to say you did, but if you did, fine, you know?
Okay.
But that one I'm going to tell you is Schneider.
Schneider. Yep. Damn it.
Schneider.
Schneider.
What was the name of the actress who played the lead role? Her real name?
Bonnie something. Bonnie.
I don't even remember.
Bonnie Franklin. Okay.
Bonnie Franklin.
So, yeah, okay. Who else? Can you name, like, at least the real name of one of the two daughters from that? The actress?
Valerie Bertinelli.
Yeah, Valerie Bertinelli. And then the other one was Mackenzie Phillips. Remember her father was, like, from the Mamas and the Papas, right?
That's right.
Wasn't
he? Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
What year did you graduate, Survivor Girl?
It would have been 1980. Well, see, I was in 11th grade when I got pulled. See, I got pulled out of school because when my sister died, we moved to England, and everything was not the same again anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. I didn't get a chance to go back to school then. You know, that was it. I was on my own at 16. You know, because we were supposed to move to England, and I went to England, and I lived with my auntie Jean, my uncle Jimmy, and my cousin Paul. He was 13, and I was 16, and he was like the little brother I never had. I can't begin to tell you, like, if my sister wouldn't have passed away, right? Who was my favorite sister, right? And I hate to say who she was, right? If she hadn't have passed away, I never would have gone to England to spend that time with Paul because he ended up passing away when he was, 17, right before his 18th birthday. So, if I had never I just can't even, be thankful enough for that time with him.
But your sister was in England then.
No, my sister was here. When she passed away, we were here. We had a house. I was just today, I was thinking about one day we had a house that had an in-ground pool. I'll never forget it because we always lived in apartments. I'll never forget it. One day, we had struggled to the laundromat. It was always like there was laundry day, and it was just such a pain. I remember it was so hot. We would carry. I was the youngest. I was the baby. So, we're at the laundromat, and my mother says, "Oh, I want to show you something." So we drive up and pull into this, house, like a single floor ranch. And she said, "This is our new house." And it had an in-ground pool and it had a washing machine and a dryer in the basement, like a laundry room. Oh my God, it was pretty good. It was a nice neighborhood, and at that time it was only 42,000 the house. You know, I remember. And but then when my sister passed away, my mother, who was originally from England, all of her family was like saying, "Oh, you need to be here with your family. Oh, you're leaving, Ace? Or are you saying goodnight to somebody else?" Um, I don't know if she's leaving, but I don't know. uh, but yeah, she like I'm saying, it's kind of like it turned into a, as fate had it. If he was like going to pass away anyway, and I never got that time with him, but I guess I wouldn't have missed it, right? But bottom line is that I'm thankful to have had that time. It's a way of making something better than what it was. Like
Mm.
finding the pearl in the oyster kind of thing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, making something better. I like to see the bright side. I like to analyze things enough that I can find something good and something bad. Like even cancer or anything, try to find something to learn from it. Is Terry still here?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Well, say something back. Say something back. She, I
I'm trying
can't
to think
hear.
of something witty to say or something comical. I can't.
Well, yeah, let's go on to movie trivia.
Okay.
All right. In the movie Carrie, the original one, okay?
All right.
Who played Carrie?
No.
Linda Blair.
No.
Mm-mm. No.
Suzanne Summers.
No.
Jodie Foster.
Oh, come on. Nobody in this.
Elizabeth Taylor.
No, stop it. Then forget it. I'm not going to ask you anymore. You're going to be like that.
I know my
Sissy
dad.
Spacek, okay? It was Sissy Spacek.
Sissy Spacek, right.
I know my dad named his 53 Ford truck after the movie Christine.
I never saw that movie.
Yeah, that was a Stephen King.
Oh,
Stephen
that
King. So was Carrie.
That, wow. That
Yeah.
was.
What's your favorite, you guys' favorite movies of all time? Mine is A Clockwork Orange.
I never saw that.
Ooh,
You have to see it, Survivor Girl. Watch it tonight.
Wow.
Is that George Orwell as well?
No. Just A Clockwork Orange. It's a Stanley Kubrick film. Watch it tonight. You will thank me on your next live.
Definitely.
Doesn't that have one of the McDowells in it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Watch it tonight. It's a Stanley Kubrick film. You will
No,
thank
I
me
never watched it on
profusely.
purpose.
Huh?
Because I hear it's got like a real disturbing rape scene in it.
Okay, well, if that's a sore spot with you, then you probably don't want to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the movie I Spit on Your Grave?
Yes,
Yep.
vaguely.
That was all right. And it had a disturbing rape scene in it. But she ends up getting them all back. Just like, the Clint Eastwood movies and all that, Sudden Impact. And kind of like that shit when they get, like the Death Wish ones. Was that
Right.
who? Yeah, Charles Bronson and
When
stuff.
justice is served for the underdog.
Yeah, I like that. I do. Same with that one we were talking about, Walking Tall.
Okay, if you're talking about Charles Bronson, I always liked White Buffalo with Charles Bronson in that.
I don't know
But
if I saw that one.
oh, that's an amazing movie there.
There was really some amazing movies back then, like, even like the Outlaw Josie Wales.
Oh, that was wow.
They were really good. The way they were made. Just Look at The Exorcist, for instance. The special effects. I like Shawshank Redemption. That was a good one.
That is a good one.
That Tom Hanks in it, right? Shawshank.
Yeah. Did it?
It did.
No,
It
that's
did.
the one with the Green Mile.
Oh, no. Yeah, the Green Mile. What?
I like that one too.
No, it had. Oh shoot, I can't think of his name now.
That's what I was saying about movies. 'Cause I have such a respect for actors, how they can, with the cameras right in their face, and, there's people all around them, and they can put themselves in that, frame of mind to just pull off some really great performances,
My
And
most
go
favorite.
ahead.
I was just saying, my most favorite movie was Jeremiah Johnson.
Yeah, you said that last night. Yeah.
Robert
Yeah,
Redford.
He likes all those independent films and everything.
I
I
do.
just really I appreciate when movies are made, and Tom Cruise, he does all his own stunts,
Does he
Oh,
really?
yeah, he does.
all his own stunts. Unbelievable. I mean, because I told you I watch all the audio commentaries, and all those Mission Impossible movies. The directors of those movies were so scared
Mm,
that Tom Cruise was going to die on their movie set, because and they had interviews with the people who were supposed to do, like, in one of them. Have you seen those Mission Impossible movies?
Seen them all.
All right, the one where he's on the edge of that rock, like it's a straight rock, like Devil's whatever
Mm,
you know whoever. I can hear somebody's TV. I don't know who's.
I clicked it off.
All right. Yeah, he's like, what do they call that? Cliff on the edge of a cliff, like rock climbing,
mm.
right? I think it is rock climbing. And he leaps, and that he really is doing that high up with no harnesses.
Right.
I mean, the guy who went there he thought he was going to be like a stand-in for, Tom Cruise, and did look like him kind of, and he was a professional rock climber. He said he showed, Tom Cruise some, things for 3 days. And then Tom Cruise said he was going to do them himself. And the guy was like mad because it took him so long to learn how to do these things that it took him 3 days. And all of them said that. The guy with the karate, the other guy, I mean, almost doing amazing kind of way. Remember him in Taps? Did you ever see that movie?
Which one?
I saw that. Yeah, Taps.
Yeah, with Timothy Hutton, Emilio Estevez,
Yeah.
Tom Cruise. And didn't Tom Cruise go nuts at the end? Wasn't he the one at the end with the gun and he went nuts?
I don't know. I'm a film snob. They have to be independent films. They have to be foreign films. My ego tells me I'm too sophisticated and cultured and intellectual to watch mainstream films.
Yeah, but Taps wasn't really like mainstream, I don't think. I think a lot of the movies back then were Taps was a good movie. It was about, a military school, but you have to think about the actors that were in it. Timothy Hutton, he's a good actor, and this was all when they were young, and that's knowing where they went to, as in success, just seeing something beforehand, and it was good.
I think it had also what's his name? He went and done Three Musketeers.
Kiefer
Something
Sutherland?
Patton. Don't
Patton?
know.
George C. Scott?
No, his real name was Patton, I think. And then he went and done Three Musketeers with Charlie Sheen, Kiefer Sutherland,
I liked Kiefer Sutherland in The Lost Boys. I just have to say, I loved The Lost Boys.
yes, that was a great movie with.
Yeah, I saw that like 12 times, I think. I mean, that was great.
I had it on VHS, and then I think my mom and brother got it on DVD now.
I saw a dark comedy, which Terry, I think it is independent. I think, you know.
What is it?
It's called Otis.
Really?
And yeah, and it's got you know, they always have actors that are good actors, and they opt to make an independent film, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they know they're not going to make much money, you know, but it's something they can actually, the studio doesn't have that much control over them, you know.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, Otis, it's pretty good. And another one is Along the Rabbit Fence or something, and it's about the Aboriginal kids, you know, in Australia back when it was British owned, and they were turning them into, you know, like house servants and everything, and taking them away from their parents and bringing them to these Catholic schools and everything.
What that was like around when Tom Selleck done now the Quigley Down Under.
Yeah, but that wasn't an independent film. See, the story behind the Rabbit Fence is a true story. Actually, a true story. And the little girl walked back, you know, real far, like hundreds of miles, barefoot with her little sister. And what they did was they followed this fence that they remembered it was being built, you know, like near their house where their mother was. And it was to keep these rabbits out that were eating, they were crossing this border like an invasive. So they had built this long fence, and that's what they followed to get back to their mother, but it was like hundreds of miles. So the guy who made the movie, he was getting, you know, these phone calls. I think I might have talked about this before, though. He was getting like phone calls and messages from somebody who he thought it was kind of, you know, because he was a famous director. And so he thought it was kind of weird that somebody knew his private information and everything, that had written a screenplay and wanted him to read it. And finally, he was going to set to make a movie with like Harrison Ford or something. And it was becoming such a pain, the demands that the actor was making and the studio was making, that he said, you know, and he read the screenplay. And he said, I'm going to take a break from, you know, the hype of Hollywood and everything. And he went over there to Australia, and these people who were in the movie were actual people who lived there. They weren't actors and everything. You know, yeah, it was pretty cool. I looked back on the actors to see where they were now, like the little girl and stuff, and it's kind of sad, you know, because once the, you know, the director leaves and the movie's over there, they're really not making, you know, many movies. And you know, they get that little push there, but then you know, there's some sad stories behind it. I watched a good one time. Oh my god, it was good. And the woman, I've seen the woman in like other things, and it was about the crossing the river, like one of the Great Lakes or something, right, into Canada. Smuggling, though.
Interesting.
something to do with the Indians, right?
Okay.
And the lady, she, I think it was like either New York crossing some into Canada or some body of river or lake or whatever, like a big one,
Mm.
and or Detroit area like that, somewhere where it was, a body of water, and the Indians were there. Okay, indigenous Indians that lived in trailers and stuff. And I don't think it was New York. I think it was around that area where you are. Sorry. Great movie. And what happened was they said to this woman that she ended, it was a small town, and that she had bought a trailer, and she felt like she was doing like a good, this was a white woman, and something happened. She got hard for cash. She needed just this one last thing to pay before she got the keys or something, and so somebody asked her if she would just make this one run, kind of thing, you know. Well, the people, they there's a baby in a bag. You have to see it. There's a baby in the bag, and they didn't know it. Like there was it was like smuggling people.
What's the name of
And
this flick?
oh my god, I'd have to look it up. I'll look it up later for you, and I'll put the link or something.
So I got to
It was
watch Otis and Jeremiah Johnson. I got 2 recommendations.
Yeah, and there's a
I've
couple
actually got,
others.
I've got a third one. It's got Graham Greene in it. Like the oh shoot, I forget his name on Dancing with Wolves.
Oh,
But
Kevin Costner.
that's well, that's Kevin Costner in that movie. But Graham Greene is the actual Native American Indian in that one. The movie's called Clear Cut.
Clear Cut. All right.
That movie, Graham Greene is totally.
You know what was a good movie? Maverick, with Mel Gibson and Jodie Foster, and that guy, the Indian, and he makes him dress like an Indian, and he tells him to steal that bike or something, and then he slaps him in the face. Get a hold of yourself, man. You never saw it?
I'm not sure if I've seen that movie.
Maverick.
I've seen Maverick with Mel Gibson and
Yeah, that's the one. Mel Gibson and Jodie Foster.
oh, okay. Yeah, well, it's been a while.
I know, I haven't seen it in a while either. And I was talking about it the other day with somebody. I like Jodie Foster.
And yeah, Jodie Foster is pretty cool. She's
She
a
is.
great actress.
She really is. And you don't hear bad stuff about her.
I was actually trying to think if I've ever heard anything bad about her.
No, you don't.
Sure don't.
There's a really, really good independent film called Nymphomania. It's really good. It's a foreign film.
Huh.
And the European movies are pretty good. There's not as much censorship.
You guys are so funny back here. I'm reading this, private chat, and Terry goes, "I love your voice," and White Wolf goes, "Thank you." Terry goes, "I meant Survivor Girls." That was so
White
funny.
Wolf has a radio voice, so he's got a good voice.
Tiffany's got a great voice. You know? Terry's got a good voice. White Wolf's got a good voice. Izzy's got a good voice. I hate my own voice.
I've been told I had a Sam Elliott voice. I I don't
Every
really know.
time White Wolf talks, I feel like going, come on, chop, chop.
Survivor Girl, you have the voice of a songbird. It's like listening to a symphony.
Yeah. You guys see that dog though today on my video? What a beautiful dog, huh?
I got to get caught up on your videos. I know you have a little dog.
No,
Yeah, I thought
I'm
you were
talking
more-
about that pit bull. Dash.
I don't like pit bulls.
Oh, no. He's a
Yeah.
nice dog.
I've actually got two. One's older, and then I've got the smaller one that's the nephew of mine. And wow,
What if they turn on you? Don't you ever worry about that?
I don't. I'm the alpha
No,
male.
these ones
So
are nice.
Well, that's good as long as you're the alpha male.
I'm the alpha male, and they both know it. And if they turn on me, then
Bye bye, doggy.
well, I
Who
mean,
is Ben N though? See, I've never met. He's like in the back room, wants to come on the piano, but I've never talked to Ben N before. Should I?
I'm
Your show, baby. You run the show.
So
sure.
tell me a little bit about yourself, Ben N.
And
Jerry.
your credentials.
Ben and
Well,
Jerry's.
Get some references from him.
What?
Get some references from Ben and ask him for references. Ask him his credentials.
Oh, stop it.
Is he part of the chosen one circle? What clique is he from? Who's he
I don't
representing?
care if it's chosen one circle. I mean,
I mean, you got mods, and then you got us two fellows up here. So I'll be more
I
than
know,
happy
but
to
I hear that people will
overs
click
and
things and then get porn
visit 'em.
bombed or something. I don't know what that is. But all of a sudden, like, they play porn instead. Like, you click to let them in and they play porn instead. I don't know. I'm not. I've
Well,
heard people say it.
if he does porn, I'll take a beer bottle and crack it over his skull, and y'all can go
Porn.
from there.
No.
Wait, if he's talking about if he's part of the porn gang, he can come up here. What'd you say?
Porn gang.
The porn gang? Is he talking about porn or what? What do you mean?
No. I
Oh.
heard of something called porn bombing. Like, people will go on people's live streams and then, you let them in and then, Lulu says I've never seen that happen, but I would laugh.
Oh,
I've got a friend of mine that they had that done to their live stream, and they were in the middle of it, and yeah, we all kicked his butt
Yeah.
out real quick.
I know somebody else, man, that used to just mess up somebody's live stream. And this guy, he had 35,000, like, subscribers. So when he would do a live stream, there would be like 130 people in there, and interesting topics too. He would always have guests and, be showing like some kind of video clippage of, UFOs. That's what he did, his name was Spaceman, right? And he'd be right in the middle of this great live stream, and this one person just kept like adamant to mess with this guy's live stream, and for a couple of times in a row, they just would boom off right when there'd be like over 100 people in the live stream, and everybody's into it, I don't know. Sometimes I wish I could show, videos and stuff on here, but I get scared of that, like thinking you're not supposed to show other people's stuff,
Well, it's like
Right?
my girlfriend Jack. She was up there earlier. Lady Jax. A lot of everybody calls her Lady Jax.
Yeah, I always get confused between her and Jax. Jax that's with Through the Veil.
I know it, sure do. And then there's Eli, Eli
like
Fanning. That's my brother from another mother right there, and then Ron Weasley.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like those people. Yeah, I do too. They're good
yeah.
people, you know.
I know it. They've
Even that
actually.
Silha, he's cool. They're good. They're nice people.
Where do
Like
you know them from?
nowhere. We're not telling you because we're not talking about that here. That's my stage plate.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
right? What is it, a 12
No,
step or something? Now I
huh?
want to know. Now I'm being nosy. Now I have to know.
No, no. Nope, ain't nothing. Look,
You
I
have to
might
come
go
to
down
Just
to
give
three.
me
Wisconsin.
a
What's
hint.
happening?
What is it? A support group or something like that?
No, but what's happening? Like, look I'm at 3 people. Like, what happened? Did somebody start like a live stream that's like great or something? I thought
Yeah.
we were wonderful.
You would know you were doing. Well, that happened.
Know you
Nothing
think I'm
personal.
here?
Huh?
That happens. That happens. Part of doing live streams. They just sometimes it's hot for a while, then it drops off. You do better
Yeah.
than you're doing a lot better than a lot of other ones.
Really?
I had one good one, and the 3 after that totally flopped. So I don't do them. I don't really like doing them.
Yeah, I like doing them.
I'd rather just
Yeah.
visit. Maybe I'll do it like if I'm out and about somewhere, driving around, or I go to a club or something. But I'd rather just come and visit and crash them. And
Yeah,
Hey,
well, you're pretty good host. I mean, panel member, like, you know.
yeah, I'm behaving myself. I'm not going to be. Who can
Oh,
we
you got
talk
your
about?
other one that
Let's
you're a panel
gossip. Let's
member on that you
backstab.
can misbehave.
Let's talk about somebody. Let's backstab somebody.
I got one.
What?
Who?
At least you remember how to go live. I tried to go live last night and I forgot how.
Oh, on
We
StreamYard?
can stab me in the back.
Well, no, but let me tell you, I mean, I could not. You know how you can is when you get off here tonight, right? You
Huh?
go and scroll down, it'll say, do you want to go live? Right? But it'll let you set up and then at least, schedule for later. But that's the only way I was able to ever find StreamYard,
Hmm.
because I kept looking for it and trying to figure it out, but I never could because those tutorials, they don't even like really work good. Tell you what to do.
I wonder if Tom listens to any of these lives, or Ollie, or Miss Passion, or Debbie. Who's listening? Or
Nobody
Michigan.
now.
Michigan
There's
Made's
only
back on. He's Peruvian glue now.
who's Peruvian Blue?
Peruvian glue. Michigan Made.
Oh,
He's Peruvian glue now. He's back in the game. He's back in town and back in the game. He's back in action.
Peruvian Glow. What's that mean? Like there's a line of like some good Peruvian coke who can't even talk. He's a pin.
I don't know, but there's two people here in Michigan that are like half an hour away. We talked about meeting up in person. I don't know if it's going to happen. I thought I was going to
I
meet.
like Michigan Made. He's a good guy.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I like Frank Nitty too. He's a little different than
Yeah, he wanted me on the panel. He said he wants me to get me up on the panel.
who Frank Nitty.
Yeah.
He doesn't even do a piano.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know how. He's learning. He's still. I think he's still trying to figure it out.
No, but what I'm saying is, he just. I don't know. Does he read the chat?
Sometimes
Yeah, I
he
feel like
calls
he
me
wasn't reading it.
spectacular human. He talks loud. He pronounces my name as spectacular human. I get a kick out of him though. He gets me hyped. He's hyped. He gets really. He makes
He's
a good.
polite. And I liked what he was saying one night. He was saying about somebody who said they were atheist. I don't know if he was talking about Tom. I guess I don't know. Who knows, right? But he was saying someone had said they were an atheist, and he said, that he grew up. He started talking about like his family life. His grandmother or mother or something. Uh, Somebody who was a role model in his life, and had said, well, if you don't believe in God, then, who do you believe in? like who, I think somebody who's an atheist, right? Maybe they might think that they have nobody to answer to, so they can behave as, if bad if they want to.
Well, that's not true at all because a lot of people do bad things. There's a lot of good people that do bad things because of their belief in a higher being. They think that they have a higher being giving them the authority.
True.
They're doing
That
the
is
will of
true.
a higher being. We wouldn't have made
That
it this far. We wouldn't have made it as a species if rape and murder and torture was a bad thing. We answer to
They
rules.
are a bad
We an-
thing. Rape,
we
murder,
answer-
and torture. Hi, Ben.
Hello to all of you.
Hello, how are you?
Fucking
Yeah, we
super
answered each.
actors. I'm gonna be quiet because I fucking override everybody. I'm sorry about that.
No,
So-
you don't have to be quiet. Yeah, we were just talking about, like, I guess, higher beings, like,
Mm.
I've been
I think
drunk.
that there is. I feel like, some things make me think that there's, like, DMT,
Who?
the drug DMT.
No.
First time I've been sober in like a couple of days. I'm drinking coffee.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I love-
Well, DMT is like made in your mind, okay? Like it's produced from your mind. And it's like 2 times in your life. It's when you're born and when you die.
Mm-hmm.
Like a hallucinogenic to ease you in and ease you out. Nowadays, they're trying to replicate it, DMT.
All right, check this out. My mama died of pancreatic cancer, and
my grandma passed from that.
Mm.
it was awful. It was awful. It was the worst thing you can even imagine. To watch my mom lose that much weight, she was already a pretty skinny gal, and she lost everything. She lost all the strength in her body and started getting picked on by nurses and shit like that in the hospice, and I had to fucking protect her.
Nah, I'd body slam them motherfuckers right on their damn skull.
Welcome to Earth, where people are shitheads. I had to
Wait,
protect.
but one. All right. So you were talking about. So did she, like, when she was passing away? Did she see something?
Well, this is craziness. The night that she died, she had a heart attack.
Oh, she didn't die from the cancer?
No, she died from a heart attack. She got way too light and her body just deteriorated so much. She just had a massive heart attack and her whole body turned red. Oh man, I can't even.
Was the chemo, like, working against the pancreatic cancer?
No. It did nothing. It did nothing to help her. It did nothing. It just burned the inside of her body, and she just continued to. She had a tumor wrapped around her pancreas.
Okay.
And there was nothing they could do. They couldn't even go in and do surgery on her. It's just.
How old was she?
66.
That's not that old.
My grandma was
chemo things,
one of the first supermodels. She was 6'1". My brother was 6'7". He died in a car wreck when I was younger. Very, very handsome people, I'm a pretty handsome guy. But I ain't.
Where
I
are
ain't
you from? What state?
I'm from Minnesota. I'm actually was born in Connecticut. But I moved out Midwest. Now I live in Florida.
I like Florida. I'd like to see Minnesota.
Oh my God,
I've
it's
seen
too.
Connecticut.
I had my Jack Russell Terrier, and he used to love to be out in the cold. He used to love it. He loved that's my avatar. You see him? You see him peeking? You see him looking at the treats on the plate? That's my avatar.
Mm.
That's my buddy. That's
That looks
That's
like
the
a
same
Yorkie.
thing, same kind of dog that played Eddie on Frasier.
oh man, yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly like Eddie.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
so smart, and he went blind and died. And that's a horror show too.
Mm.
You still have
Man,
him?
I've lost everybody that I love. Everyone.
Yeah, but you know
Everyone.
what? You didn't lose them, you gained them. Because for the time that they were here, you got to know them.
Mm.
Maybe
You
I
know,
get
like
to.
you got to have them in your life. You know, they were your gift. Here, you got to know them. I can hear that.
My brother, that one was like crippled me. I was like on my way to being like in the NBA, and I'm 6'4", and I was a really good guard, and I just lost it. I lost it. I just lost it.
Mm.
After my brother died, I just lost it. Man, I played street ball for a while out in Venice Beach, California, and stuff, and I played.
Yeah, but if there's a glass ceiling, right, and say that your loved ones, right, can see you, right,
Fucking me.
the ones that, you know, passed away, they can see you and they can see the decisions that you make after they've been in your life. They would hope that you're a better person for having known them. They wouldn't want to think their death, their, you know, untimely death, something they couldn't avoid, ruined your life. So that's why you've got to change that way of thinking, because if he could see you, then how could he have
I
and hear you say,
had,
it ruined my life? How could he have peace in his heart? You know what I'm
I had
saying?
13 years. I had a wife for 13 years. I had I adopted a dog and like 6 cats, and you know, I did everything I could to be like a better man. But
Yeah, but that was then. So from this day forth, always say it was a gain, not a loss. And never say again, oh, losing him, it ruined my life. Because that, just imagine in your head, like if they thought that they impacted you in any way, you certainly wouldn't want it to be that. You'd
well,
rather think, you
fucking
know, that, you know,
man,
he put some wonderful thoughts in your head and made you just, you know? I
I
know how
I
you feel. I lost my sister, you know? I lost my sister, and I always think I want to be able to see her again. So I live like thinking I just want to see her again, and I want to make her happy. I want to
well,
be
my
a better
best
person for having known her.
yeah,
he
no
was my best
joke.
buddy, man. He knew how to like man, my brother could throw a 107-mile-an-hour pitch. Man, he was fucking unbelievable when he was like 16, 17 years old. I mean, the guy was just a freak. And
My
and
hat's off.
I'm not even close to like that. I got a 47-inch vertical leap, but I'm 41 years old now, and I can't jump like that no more. My knees will fucking
Yeah,
buckle.
but it's okay, you know? It's fine. Like, you don't have to go in that direction, but just anything that you do
But
in
I
the
used to be
future.
fucking
Yeah.
awesome. It's so annoying. I'm not even a fucking millionaire. I live in a fucking shithead motel, rundown motel. I got one light.
Got walls around you, though, right? You know? I
Costing
mean,
me $1,200 a month to live here.
why can't you get an apartment?
Well, you got to throw down to get an apartment. You got to have first month and next month's rent. You got to have 1,000. You got to have something to chalk up. So I just had to jump. I ran from a condo. You know, 55 and older condo. They kicked me out of because these old ladies don't like me.
Well, you said you were 41,
I know. Yeah, right.
so
And
you
I've
weren't
got
supposed
gray
to be.
in my beard too. Like I've got a
No,
big
I'm
beard.
saying if it was 55 and older.
Oh no, one of these old ladies ratted me out. I did all their gardening for them. I did everything for them. And one of these
Yeah, but you weren't supposed to
old
be
ladies
there.
ratcheted me out.
You ratted
There's
yourself out. You should have told people you were 56.
I told my dad. My dad wouldn't even stand up for me. This is why we're having a problem, and this is why I don't talk to my sister either, because she didn't stand up for me either. None.
Well, comes a time you got to stand up for yourself.
I just did. Yeah, that's what it's costing me a lot of money though.
Well, what you got to do is you got to find somewhere that's having a rental special, and they'll, work with you.
Fuck, man.
Sometimes all you got to do is make a phone call, and you'd be surprised.
I was a security guard for a 12-hour overnight shifts for a year and a half. I'm loaded. I've got enough money, a little bit, just to cook it for a little bit, and then I got to figure out what the hell else to do.
Well, do something while you've got the money then. Make the move while you've got the money. If you know it's going to take a little hunk of cash to get your own apartment, that you'll be paying cheaper and it'll be more than a hotel room, then do it now. Don't wait till that money's gone and then the problem is real,
I just
That will
need
cause anxiety.
I need the advice from like my sister, but I just don't talk to her anymore.
Well, then you're getting some advice
would
right
definitely-
now.
She lives in California. They're on lockdown.
Yeah, I thought they were easing up lockdown. What happened with my guests here? Did they leave? I didn't see them leave.
I'm still here.
I know, Ben, you are. I don't mind you being here. I like you being here. I like talking to you, but I'm just wondering, I didn't hear Secular and Mountain say they were leaving.
Maybe they don't like me.
Oh, wait. White Wolf said, I've got to run. Phone needs to charge and I've got to get something to eat now. Okay. And then
What?
Secular, I don't know if he...
You know
likes a
what?
different chat.
Though I got into it with these guys, man, because I don't dig like lying.
What guys?
The paranormal people, some of them are just straight up liars. They're just straight up lying. And I don't care about like through the veil. Like she's awesome.
I like her. I like her. I thought her basement was really creepy.
Yeah.
I think she's got some kind of gift,
She does. She does. I absolutely do think so.
I
Yes,
do. Because it seems that when she talks to that box, it seems that she gets a lot of responses, and that ball that would move around, that was pretty strange, She always
But
seemed to
then
have
some
some
of
kind
them,
of orbs around her and stuff,
I don't like lying. I don't like people that lie. Like that's fucking weird. It's just
I don't
weird.
usually go to the paranormal channels where they're lying, I just, if I see, I think like a lot of the ones that got syndicated, like the
Let me
Ghostbusters.
use somebody that bothers me a little bit. I don't. I think Eli and family. I know you guys all like him, and he's really like apparently seems nice to people, but he rubs me the wrong way. Same with
Yeah, I like
Nubs.
Eli. Don't talk bad about you. I like Eli a lot because I
Don't like
think that he's very
I'm
neutral.
sorry.
Like he just interviews people. He just interviews people. He doesn't,
I think he's isn't that like a oh shit? I shouldn't even say this shit, but I think he's a woman.
No, he's not. He's got a girlfriend. No, don't. No, I like Eli. I have to. And then, yeah, he's very nice.
I don't like him. I don't like him. He rubs me the wrong way.
But you seem angry. Like you seem like an angry person. I'm gonna say.
Not an angry man. No way. I'm just a man.
You strike me angry though.
Yeah, but I don't like people who are fucking pussies. Do you know?
He doesn't seem like he doesn't strike me as that way. He's just a nice person.
Oh well, he got it easy in life. I fucking had to battle my
He
way.
got it easy. His sister passed. He's had past people who passed away. Didn't he just have a heart thing too going on? He was in the hospital. Are you kidding me? He's going blind.
Yeah, but he's
He's
fat,
going
dude.
blind.
He's fat. That's what the
Don't say that
consequences
kind of stuff,
from being
please,
fucking
because
out of
I just,
shit.
I'm a loyal type of person, and he's like one of my first friends that, like in the life and everything, and he's a
Not
good
trying
guy,
to.
so gotta
Okay,
stop.
I'll
Yeah,
back off. I'm sorry.
yeah,
I'm
please.
sorry.
And I'm a loyal friend, and that's a good quality in people, and I'd have to
But I
be loyal to
love
him because
you.
I like, I like him, and as it, yeah.
I love
But I
fighting.
always think, if you lose people in life, it's really not a loss. Like when you were talking about your brother, you think about that and you're giving him eternal life. Like that's, to live in hearts you leave behind is never to die. So, that's something that
You
me
gotta
have the
know.
ability to
You gotta know something about me too. I
do.
almost died when I was a little kid,
How?
and so I I have a weird Richter scale on me. Um, you know, like wow. I mean, I've seen the devil. Have you guys seen the devil? I've been
I
to
I think
I've
I've
been
seen the devil in some people, I'll tell you.
well when I was like
Like they do some things where you think to yourself, wow, that's the pure evil. But I think there's a bigger picture of things, and that sometimes people who seem like so evil that they are actual maybe here to be evil, and it's a way that, and for a, God or however people want to put it, to
can I tell you
know like there's tests.
can I tell you this story?
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
so like 3 years old, I was dying in the hospital, straight up dying, straight up dying, so sick. Uh, they moved me into a secluded wing because they didn't know what the hell was wrong with me, and they were just gonna fucking just ace me out with another dude. And my dad came into the hospital and couldn't find me, and he got angry, and he took me home, and I was sick as a dog for like 4 months at home, but I got better, and I'm still alive, and that's a big fuck you to hospitals everywhere because ain't nobody knew what the hell was wrong with me. But I got better. I got stronger. I remember having the fucking tag on my fucking wrist.
Well, that's 3 years old. That's way back there to
Yeah,
remember. Yeah.
it's real bad. At 3 years
But
old, man.
you have to stop thinking about, like, I've noticed since you've been on that you focus a lot on the things that, and we all could, because we've all, gone through our trials and tribulations. And that's part of the reason why I picked my name, because a lot of people think it's because I, got cancer, and or they thought it was because I had previously survived cancer, but it wasn't. It was because one night I was just thinking about things I've been through in life and that I survived them, and that I remember going through it thinking it was gonna just destroy me,
How
and
my great grandfather is a grandmaster wizard mason, and I fucking went at it with them. I am not a mason, and I don't like them at all. All police officers, all of them,
yeah, they're all
banging.
Masons. They are. Hmm. The Masons,
I
that's
don't
a
like
real cover up there.
my
And they go
dad's.
back all the way to like they go all the way back to the
Oh,
religious wars,
he owned the electric
all that.
company. My grandfather owned the whole fucking thing, and my dad's fucking loaded and rich and fucking he owns all kinds of shit too. And
Yeah.
um, and I'm not a part of that at all.
No, me neither. My father, he my grandfather invented Lest oil. I don't know if you ever heard of that. And my father was a pioneer in the field of cryogenics for tooling, and they're like a multi-billion, uh, you know, family. But I was a illegitimate child, and he was cheating on his wife, and not my mother. My mother was not his wife. But in Massachusetts, there's no laws for illegitimate children in the state of Massachusetts. We're one of the only two states left that,
I'm a
you know.
Hitchcock. Did you know? I'm a
Oh
Hitchcock.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My grandmother was from Massachusetts. Yeah. I'm a Hitchcock. Yeah.
Well, I
Got it
don't
in
know
my
any
blood.
Hitchcocks here.
Oh my God.
But
There,
Massachusetts is a big state, But
I've got
yeah. So
from
it
Minnesota.
bothers me sometimes because I think about how they have money. Not that but the fact is, I wouldn't want the money. I'd rather not be somebody's dirty little secret. You know, like I feel like that's how that side of the family, made me feel.
Well,
Like,
let me tell you something. My mama was a big girl. She was a big, tall lady, and her mama was a single lady, and she raised my mama, and she walked all the Italian boys to school, and so at her funeral, all the gangsters showed up. They all showed up at my mama's funeral, and they said, "Hey, man." I had paint on my shoes, and they were like, "We're all painters, dude. Do you know? 6'4", 5", big leather jacket, having dudes, man, big guys." And boy, did that just
like
made me
that
feel.
height ran through your family, huh?
What's up?
And the height ran through your mother's side of the family.
Yeah, I'm 6. I'm a big guy. I'm
Now,
huge.
where is she? Like, where is her family from? Like, where do they originate from? Where that height would be common amongst the people?
Ooh, I don't know because Jesus, my mom was way bigger than anybody.
Yeah, you
Um,
said she was like 6'1", right?
yeah, she was a big lady.
That's
But
tall, yeah.
like
And you said
thin,
your grandmother was tall, so it sounds like it's from your mother's side. What, like, you don't know your mother's, like, where she lived before she married your
uh,
father, like,
I mean, I can tell you a little bit. A little bit of Cherokee Indian, maybe Black Hawk Indian.
maybe it comes from the Indians. Indians were tall, right?
Yeah. Some of them. It depends on where you came.
What state would that be? Is that Ohio or something? Or,
My mom was out of Massachusetts, so
oh, out of Massachusetts.
yeah. I'm right there with you, Hitchcock. Like I told you.
Yeah, so what ones were around here that, what, Iroquois or what? No, I don't know.
Well, my dad's a fucking big ass German dude, but he's squatty. He's like square,
Yeah,
and so, like the mix between my mom and my dad made us just huge. Like I'm tall, but I'm big. Do you know? Like my
yeah.
arms are my wingspan is 7 feet.
One of my best friends, he passed away, but he was 6'7", 325 pounds.
Oh yeah. That's my brother.
Yeah, his last name was Pemberton.
My
What part
brother's
of Massachusetts do you know?
was square. Like
Huh?
and a Ford modeling agency came after him. Um, he was
What part of
fucking
Massachusetts?
something else. I lived in Lexington. We lived in Arlington. My grandmother lived in Arlington, Massachusetts.
Oh, okay, so that's a distance from me. Yeah,
Yeah.
isn't that up
Uh,
towards the Boston area?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I just wonder what group of Indians were that tall.
I don't know. I don't know where the fuck
That's
I came.
tall.
I'm a
Are they
fucking
dark
weird.
haired? Like, did they all have dark hair?
Yeah, my hair is black as hell, and I've got a big beard. It's going gray now, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was a son of a bitch when I was younger. I got into it with everybody.
I always think about those Indians, like, that were at the Cape. And when that ship, came over, like the horizon, how they must have been, how it must have been so foreign for them to see something like that. And they had all that great, the beach and the dunes and all that. It was all theirs, and then it just got taken.
Yeah.
Must have just been, they just had such wonderful places to live. All the Indians, really, they had all this great, views of the mountains, like out in the Sierra and all that, Sierra Nevada. You know what I mean? And then it just gets taken on them. It's
I'll tell
crazy.
you. Um, I've been all over the place. I've been everywhere. I've been all over everywhere. I've been in every state. Uh, and
What's the most beautiful?
I got to say, where I live right now is pretty nice. I live by the ocean in Florida. Um, I drive by the ocean every day. Um,
I love the ocean. I really
yeah,
do.
yeah. So if this is the end of my life, then I'm okay with it. I'm okay.
When I get
Um,
in the water, that's why when Izzy was on here before and she was talking about, the ocean near the north, the sea there, in Scotland, how cold it is. You get wear like a suit.
oh, I've been frozen. I used to live in Minnesota. It was like minus 20 with a fucking minus 30-degree wind chill. Come on. I had to put on an Eskimo suit every time I went outside.
Yeah, but they
Like,
were telling she had to put you got to put one of the scuba suits on to swim in the water. There in Scotland at the ocean. Because the
now I,
water is so cold. But see, for me, it's the water in my skin. Like it makes me feel life, like the ocean water and all that. I love it. It makes me feel
yep,
life. I
yep.
love the ocean.
Breathe. I just breathe that air. I just come outside
Yeah, I love it.
here and I'm right by the ocean and I can smell it. Um, and that's okay with me. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because
Have you ever been to the Cape? Have you ever been to Cape Cod?
oh my God. What? Martha's Vineyard?
Well, I've never been to Martha's Vineyard, but the Cape, the Cape's beautiful all over. You know what I mean? I just love the Cape. Yeah, I kind
You
of
know,
like the Cape better than Florida because the I like the season.
it's too cold, man. Too cold for me. I
And
gotta.
and I guess if I wouldn't mind going to Florida in the winter, like if I had it like that, you know, if I could be at the Cape in the summer and then Florida in the winter, that'd be great. Of course, that'd
It
be
took
ideal.
7 years for my blood to adjust to being here. I was cooking. I was cooking. I was just sweating. You can't move from Minnesota to Florida. It just my blood was just too different. And luckily, I had my dog with me, and he forced me to go outside, and I just sweated my ass off for
That's a
fucking
good thing
years.
about dogs. I used to love that show, The Dog Whisperer,
Right.
with Caesar Milan, and how a lot of times, what the I remember one of the shows was the lady was saying, well, he's too scared to go past this point. Like they would leave their house. It was kind of like down a little alley. And then you had to turn onto the main street. And she was like, oh, he's too scared to go past here. But it turned out that she was too scared to go past there. So, he was feeling her stress. And Caesar Milan, like how he would say, use the leash as something to feel between you and the dog, and remind yourself that the dog is just living in that moment. So try to live in that moment at
Oh
the
man,
same time.
love the snow. I was frozen. I had to put on the Eskimo suit, like I told you, and I put 3 layers of clothing because my dog just like jumping around in the snow in Minnesota, and so I took
Oh,
him out like
Minnesota.
times a day. You know,
I
like
saw a movie once with oh God, I can't think of her name. She played Bridget Jones. Bridget Jones' Diary. I can't remember that woman's name in it, but she's the one who married Kenny Chesney. But and she has to go. She works for a company, and they send her to Minnesota to you know look over the sister company that's there. And she shows up, and she's got high heels on and stuff, and they're like, the ladies there are looking at her like, you can't dress like that here. So eventually she like learns to, and they're going ice fishing and stuff. And I was like, ice fishing? Ugh, cold.
oh my
You ever been
god,
ice fishing?
I Minnesota, and I never fucking ice fish. Fuck that.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
right. And fuck, that is right.
Sorry, wearing, but yeah, no, never. My dog used to chase after like ducks and crap on the lakes in Minnesota, but and they're frozen. But I ain't never going out there. No way. No way. No
What are you
ice.
guys talking about? What did I miss out on?
We were talking about Minnesota, and like I had seen what was the name of the girl who was in Bridget Jones' Diary, and that actress, she married Kenny Chesney, and I saw a movie where she had to move to Minnesota, and the ice fishing and shit like that.
Yeah.
She shows up in high heels, and it was a pretty good movie. She
The
ends up
city girl
living.
in the country.
What was it called?
No, a city girl in the country. I was
Yeah,
describing it.
but like Frozen. Have you ever seen that movie Fargo?
Yes, that's a pretty good indie film.
Yeah, Fargo is good. This says
Oh.
Izzy Wizzy, but I don't think she's here. Is she?
Is he?
Dude,
All right.
I wanted to talk to you, Jax.
Huh?
That's Jax down there, right?
No, I don't think it is. I think it's.
Who,
It says Izzy Wizzy, but that might be an old one.
Yeah, it's just an old one.
Yeah, I think it's an old one. Yeah, but I've never been ice fishing. Have you, Secular?
No, never.
I
I've
wouldn't
never really
want to
been
go ice
fishing.
fishing, to be honest with you.
is
I
that
want to.
over there?
Huh?
Is Jax on the panel?
No.
No, it's Secular Human. He
What's your
lives in
name?
Michigan.
What's your name again?
Secular Human. One.
Oh, cool, man. Cool.
That-
Yeah, I was on here when you first came on, but I had to step away for a while.
Was there another live stream going on?
Yeah, I went over to Sharon's for a minute, but I got timed out. They were hypersensitive, but there was a hypersensitive mod. I didn't say anything wrong. There's too many crybabies in society now. Too many hypersensitive. The World War
Who
II
was in her
generation.
room?
Huh?
Who was in her room?
Faye N was in there. You might know her. I don't know.
All those from Chosen One.
Yeah, Spartan Dan was in. I don't know if you know Dan.
Yeah, I've seen them. They're all from Chosen One. Yeah.
Most of
I
them.
liked
Yeah.
Sharon when she was on Chosen One and stuff, She's
Yeah.
still on there.
People are too hyper. I miss the World War II generation. They didn't like whiners. You guys were talking about dogs. I think people get too attached to their dogs. I don't like when humans put other dogs over other humans. I dated a woman.
I mean, you can't go from one extreme to the other, Terry. You can't have it both ways. You can't say you want to bring nature back and animals back and then say, oh, I don't like it when people talk about their dogs and humans. You can't have it both ways.
I just like an example I'll give you is the last girlfriend I had had a Yorkie that she was real attached to, and I'd help her take care of it and stuff. And she was complaining about her budget. And I said, well, about the dog, it was getting kind of expensive. And I said, well, get rid of the dog. And she kind of scolded me. Don't tell me to get rid of my dog. And I said, no, you don't. I'm not going to let somebody chew me out over a dog. You're not going to scold me over a dog.
Well, how was she scolding you? I thought you said she was talking about her budget.
Well, yeah, I said, you think she was talking about the budget and how expensive it was to keep the dog. And I said, well, then get rid of it then.
Oh, she was saying that about the dog?
With like
Yeah,
8
that was one of the problems with their budget. And I just I'm not going to have somebody chew me out over a dog. And she
Cats
kept
are-
Yeah, especially if she got the dog,
and I had
she
some
made that
neighbors.
decision, then that was her
Yeah.
decision. And
I had some neighbors in an apartment building once. They had these girls. They had a Chihuahua that used to bark all the time. It was a compulsive barker. And
Yeah,
the
that's
guy
bad.
that lived above them moved out over the dog, and he shouldn't have had to move out. The dog has to go. You don't move out over a dog. So I kept on them for over a month, leaving letters, confronting them, calling the city. Finally, they got rid of the dog. It was disturbing my peace.
yeah, exactly.
People come before dogs. People don't move. The
Neighbor.
dog moves. But I think
And
dogs
her
should be.
puppy destroys her fucking place while she's gone, and then she
Yeah.
comes back, and it's a Australian Shepherd, so it's real fucking smart. It's a really smart fucking dog, right?
Right.
You know, and it just tears the shit out of her fucking place every time she comes back. There's something new that this thing is torn apart, and she's about had it. I'm about to fucking take the dog from her. She's like, I can't do it no more.
Well,
So
dogs.
she leaves the dog when she goes away, but shouldn't he have somebody watching him?
No. They work. They both work.
Yeah.
So then the dog just destroys their place while they're gone.
But I can understand. Dogs and cats are good. I had a cat I got attached to. They're good for loneliness and depression, and they should be treated humanely. Don't get me wrong, but
I'll take it.
Well, did you ever watch The Dog Whisperer, though, Terry?
huh?
Did
Yeah,
you ever
I
watch
did.
The Dog Whisperer?
Yeah, oh yeah, I do.
I just liked how, he was able to, find out that there was the human had like some kind of an anxiety, and the dog was picking up on it and
Right.
reminding the human to live in that moment, just use that time for the walk,
Right.
as
Yeah.
like a little vacation, just to think about, nothing.
Right.
Don't think about your day. Don't think
Same
about the thing,
Your
Just-
car. It's
right.
the same thing as when you go take a walk with your dog. It's decompression. It just decompresses you. It's
Right, absolutely, and they should be treated humanely and everything. So I just don't like say for instance, if I have a daughter to protect. If I'm out in the front yard with my daughter and the sadistic person up the street has her 2 pit bulls off the leash and they come charging into my yard and they get tased or shot, you don't get to yell at me. I'm not going to be a punching bag for a dog. As long as dog owners understand that. I'm in the park with my daughter and your dog gets loose and it gets maced or tased.
Well, most of they have dog parks where,
Yeah, I know, but just as long as you put me first, I know a lot of people.
I'll tell you what,
don't
that
like
dog
other
though in that
people.
video, that I made today, that those people adopted from Georgia.
Right.
Man, what a beautiful dog, and so kind and friendly. And even the other pit bull, Cashew, they adopted him, and they are the most. Oh my God,
Yeah,
gentle.
what kind of dog? You said you had a Jack Russell. In the picture, it looks like a Yorkie, kind of.
No, he's the Jack Russell. You can see him.
I'm
See him?
trying to look, Cole. Maybe it's okay. Yeah, I guess I can see it. I thought they were
My
like
dog is
brown
a cross
and white.
between a Chihuahua and a Pomeranian.
I thought Jack Russells were like brown and white or something. Most of them.
Yeah, he is brown and white. He is.
Oh, okay.
It's a terrible picture, probably. But it's
Yeah.
of staring at treats. So I caught a picture of him staring at these treats, man.
Yeah. You feel
Roscoe
better.
is the first dog like that I've had, that my dog, and I got him for free. He was young and everything, but
Yeah.
I love him.
Ben, it sounded like you were having a rough time. Does having a dog, the little dog, help you, make you feel better? I mean, is it soothing? And
Maybe for a little bit. When I was younger, the dog, yeah, actually, he'd sleep on me. He'd
Right.
sleep on top of me. Um, and then I just,
Hi, Smoking Joe.
life's been rough to me. You know,
It's
um,
rough to everyone, though. You know?
I just, it's just been,
It always seems though like the worst people have the easiest, luckiest life. You ever notice that?
That's right. I noticed
Yeah.
that.
I'm a fucking good ass dude, and I fucking have
Yeah, and I'm a good person, and Secular's a good person. And it seems like there's people though that are completely rotten and their life is just cushy.
Yep,
You know, they always have the luck.
yep.
That the corporate executives that try to break unions and send their jobs overseas. Those
That's
type
my
of people.
dad. He's fucking just stared out an office window, making hundreds of thousands of dollars, doing nothing, just staring out an office window. And
That's
he
what I
told
was saying about Steven Spielberg. He's worth between 3.9 to $6 billion. He spent $184 million on a yacht.
me
And
the
I
rest of
mean,
fucking
huh?
battling.
I'm just saying, like, who needs that much money?
Yeah.
He had Alfa Romeo burn up in the driveway when I was younger, and it wasn't no thing to him. He was like, "Oh, I lost my sports car. Whatever. It burned up in the driveway. $26,000 car. Whatever." He was
Just
like, "What?"
$184 million on a yacht.
He just didn't even care. I'm sitting on the fucking porch watching this shit, and I'm like 4 years old, going, "Oh, I love that car. I love that car. The Alpha. The Alpha was super
Yeah, but he was
cool."
probably insured,
He
you
didn't care.
know?
He didn't care. He
Yeah,
just
because insurance probably would have taken it, fixed it or whatever, you
whatever.
know?
Fucking
Maybe he
loaded.
was upside down. Maybe he didn't want to pay the loans anymore. He was upside down. Maybe he set it on fire himself.
Maybe my mom set it on fire. I don't know.
You know? Yeah, maybe they just, you know. I'm just saying, but $184 million yacht,
Oh,
that's
what?
just crazy.
Wait. Who? Wait. What? Okay, so
Steven Spielberg.
I was out on Cape Cod. We ran a Boston whaler up to Donald Trump's big yacht that was sitting out there off of Cape Cod.
What?
And that thing was plated in gold. I mean, and that was when I was like 10. I was 10 years old. And
People shouldn't be allowed to be that rich. There should be.
loaded. Like, don't even play, man.
I
That thing,
was looking at, some things about Steven Spielberg, and he actually was married to Amy Irving, you know, and he had cheated on her with Kate Capshaw during, when he made Indiana Jones. So they were getting divorced, and at that time he was worth 200 million.
get out of
Steven
here.
Spielberg. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, now he's worth 6 billion, but anyway, at that time he was worth 200 million. So he figures they got a prenuptial agreement anyway, but it doesn't stand up in court because it was written on a cocktail napkin.
He's a pervert anyway.
Steven Spielberg?
Get him the fuck out of here. You won't even
Who,
fucking
Steven
think.
Spielberg?
I will fucking punch you in the head.
Who are you talking about?
Steven Spielberg.
Oh, he's not here.
I'm just saying, like that kind of person won't be standing next to me.
Right.
That's just the way I am. I'm an angel, and
So listen, you guys, but listen, I've been on for 3 hours, so I'm gonna get off the live stream now because I only have so many free hours a month, you know.
Yep.
So I have to end it now. But it's been great talking.
Sweet dreams, my Semitic
Yes.
princess.
Yes.
Sweet dreams to all of you, and thank you for hanging out. And I appreciate it so much. And it was nice to meet you, Ben, and everybody.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Joe, Ace. Thank you. I
Well,
appreciate it.
okay. Make sure you dream about me tonight.
Oh, you know it.
Yeah.
Kiss, baby. Hope you feel better. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you. All right, so I'm going to count down. Peace, love, and tacos. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.